You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Hello!
Hey! We just started clapping.
We're back, baby!
Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Welcome to the Dungeon Run.
Woo!
We're back. It's episode 3.
Yep, number 3.
So if you feel like you're jumping into something new and you're not caught up, guess what? You probably know about as much as everybody else.
Yay!
We're excited. I'm excited. We have a new player, Mr. Adam Slemon.
Thank you.
He's going to be joining us at some point today.
Too handsome.
Katie.
I mean, let's just be honest. He's wearing a strawberries and cream shirt, and you can see his neckline.
A lot of chest hair happening.
Chest hair.
Look, not a lot of
chest
people can
hair.
rock this.
Can we get a look at the chest hair? Can
But
we
it's
just
the chain.
Sean,
can we
Sean,
just
can
do
you get the
that,
angle?
Can we get the chest hair angle? Yes.
Dear
You
Lord.
guys don't know
chest
what
hair
you're doing.
This campaign,
Yes.
You guys are feeding into a monster.
this campaign is
He's
different.
like, yes, give me more. Oh, wait, what about this? What about this? Can we get the hair first?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Goodness gracious.
Adam's going to be stepping in for a while. Our beloved Katie Michaels is very pregnant.
Yes. Yeah. She's currently got a tenant who refuses to leave. So, Katie,
Those are her words.
Her words. Yeah, definitely her words. Yes, absolutely. Katie, we love you. We miss you. We wish you and the little one, and of course, Jake, the best.
We love you.
Right, okay, and yes.
I got more.
No, hit it.
I got more.
Hit it.
So also, if you all know, wonderful Surena Marie here as part of my guest. She has a book out currently where she is a writer direct from Wizards of the Coast D&D's Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. Officially published D&D writer playing at our table. So congratulations.
I hear such
Thank
great
you.
things.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know this was going to be a part of the announcement.
We surprised you.
We surprised you.
That's actually going to be the whole show. We're just
Yeah.
going to talk about
You're DMing tonight, did we not tell you?
No.
If you aren't caught up, good news, we have a new companion show called The Dungeon Rush, where we're editing down each of our episodes from the 3 to 4 hour long episodes. Someone's laughing at his pocket.
Apologies.
Down to 15 minutes. Easily digestible little 15-minute shows. Thank you to our amazing editor, Adam Slemon.
More chest hair highlight. Chest hair highlight. Come on, more.
This is super exciting to me because this is the first time I can have people who are outside of my normal D&D crew catch up on a show, because sometimes our shows can be too long. It's like you can't maintain the attention span. So having our show cut down into 15 minutes, like that's incredible. So
Very exciting.
please go check it out.
Well, I also love the others who are like, no, there needs to be more show. We need like 6 hours of the Dungeon Run.
And we
It's
love those
people.
people.
We do. We love those people. But we also want to be welcoming to those who are new. So this is a perfect example.
Yeah, easy way to get caught up, and we're going to, as long as we don't burn Adam out.
Yes!
Wait a minute.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
We love you, Sean.
And I love how he did it when it was your turn to talk.
Yeah. It's like, why am I
We are out of control.
Wow.
Yes.
Lost control of the
Yes.
show already.
Yes.
Already.
Yes.
Morgan, you want to talk about?
Yes. Once again, as we say every episode of this new campaign, we are here collaborating with Two Kings Entertainment, and this is a beautiful stage. Thank you to Adam and all the good folks at Two Kings. We're so excited for all this amazingness. We probably sound a lot better this week, and that is due to them. So yes, thank you to them. Go to twokingsfilms.com for more of their info there. Also, as we mentioned last episode, thank you, I'm loud. Also, as we mentioned last episode, Die Hard Dice. We are sponsored by Die Hard Dice. In fact, if you look around the table, we've got all these amazing. We've got dice. They're purveyors of beautiful dice trays, large dice, small dice, beautiful dice bags as well. And if you go right now to dieharddice.com and use the discount code DungeonRun, capital D, capital R, no space, Dungeon Run, you can get a lovely discount on us. So take that. And be on the lookout on our social media, because we're going to start doing some giveaways next week before next week's show. So follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and we're going to be giving away some pretty hefty gift cards for Die Hard Dice. So, so exciting stuff.
We'll also be doing a giveaway on our Patreon as well.
Yes.
Which is what makes this show possible.
Correct. Good transition.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of our wonderful Patreon, you can find that at patreon.com/thedungeonrun. And there you can find all kinds of behind the scenes, amazing extra footage. You can find cast secrets, stat blocks from the Dungeon Masters. You can find exclusive giveaways like Morgan just mentioned. And
Polls.
polls.
I've been posting a lot lot of polls.
Your input. Polls. And holes.
It's a wonderful way to get. It's definitely a wonderful way to get your interactivity and your opinion to us. It is the premier best way to do it. So. Just to let you know, Jared has been working very hard on the polls. So please, Patreon.
We also have a companion show called The Dungeon Cooldown that we do every Monday, where we, one or two or three of us will sit down and talk about what just happened on the previous episode, and that is live on Twitch every Monday. But then the VOD goes exclusively to our Patreons on to our patrons on Patreon. So that's another one of our exclusive content that we have there. And a great one this past Monday was by our very own brand new character, Cristobal, played by Adam.
Cristobal.
And was it just you?
Jared was there too. Jared was there too.
And Jared.
Hey, wait a minute, I wasn't invited.
I just sort of facilitated.
Just try not to get in his way.
Dad was there.
Speaking of interactivity, this show is not only made possible with our Patreon, but also the digital items that you purchase that affect the story and change the story. To the point to where I've been going through a lot of force card suggestions. A lot. And I have them here. Woo! They get enacted after a certain number of potatoes or yams. Cosmic yams
and sprouted potatoes.
Also balloons, which we have some balloons from a jar full of bees.
Yay! Thank you, a jar full of bees.
So not only do you get a shout out, but it also enacts these cards which help us tell the story and affect this world. And I've been getting a lot of really great feedback from you on Patreon and on our Discord about how to change these and modify these so that you get what you want out of them. So thank you for all of that feedback. I'm going to be implementing some of those suggestions in the next couple of episodes. So thank you. Is there anything else?
Just to clarify a little bit, when enough points have been accumulated for either side, a force card is unlocked. And what that means is a magical effect occurs that influences the game. We have up to 5 cards on either side, cosmic or nature. So keep a lookout for that. As fans of our first campaign will tell you, the results can be pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Or they can
Each
just be
tier.
a pile of dung.
There you go.
Which then
has saved our lives.
Yeah, and then people find out
Useful. Yeah, super useful.
So keep a lookout.
Yeah. Each tier raises in power. So if we unlock the first tier, it'll do something, that affects one character. But each tier will get bigger and bigger. And some of these tier 4 and tier 5 cards are bonanzas. So
Bonanzas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bananas.
Bonanzas is like way stronger than a banana. Just
Whole
clear.
bus line.
It's a whole bus line.
And with that, let's enter the storm. We begin with the cold. I like how all of you look down at the ground.
I know. All of us are very stressed already.
You're on a ledge. About 10,000. Yeah, he's not here.
Well, she's not here.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
You're 10,000 feet up. You're looking out across this expanse. You see the frozen lake. You see clouds possibly forming into a storm off in the distance. You're not quite sure. But way, way off in the distance, there's a little glint of gold light. And that's all that's left of your companion, Ursula. When she flew off on Hunrei's back, the Kirin, way, way off in the distance, at the speed of light, really. Almost like you blinked and she was gone. And then that aura, that peaceful feeling of warmth, of
Safety.
safety, thank you, and of just general kindness fades, almost like it's being leached from your body by the biting cold. There's only a slight breeze where you're currently at on this ledge. You still hear rumbles up above, rumbles of the avalanche that just went through maybe a rock, maybe an actual boulder that falls off the side of a cliffside and shatters down below. Little bits of snow waft around you. But when that blanket of safety fades, you realize the situation that you're in.
The cold is
Especially-
oppressive.
Yeah,
Oppressive.
especially you, Otto. It has pierced your down feathers. And there is a sensation of cold that you've never experienced in your life, really. And Saint, even though you're much larger, and you've probably experienced colds that are not quite as cold as this, but more so than what Otto has experienced. Even you are starting to feel that tingling sensation in your fingertips and in your toes where you're not feeling anything. And that concerns you. Being a healer, you know that means that the blood is actually not getting to your fingertips and your toes and your ears. You feel that frostbite starting to set in. Val, your scales have locked into almost like an armor at this point. You move with like a stiff rigidity. And even though you don't feel the cold, it's not piercing your body, you can still tell by the color that's draining from KoKo's face how cold it really is. And she's dripping wet. Remind me who else fell in the water? I think Otto got wet.
I fell into the water.
Yeah. So
Things
you're
are
also
bad.
dripping wet.
Yeah.
And like I said, when that peacefulness, when that blanket fades, you're just sort of left hanging there on this ledge, staring out into the distance and realizing that the only way that you're going to be able to survive this is if you work together. And that's where we will start our scene.
I think Val is still watching that golden light going, like literally looking around, like looking for more, looking for the angels, looking for anything else. I think he's still a little shell-shocked. So the fact that he isn't feeling the cold as much. We had started a fire, yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
you started a small Yeti dung fire.
But I think
Katie took the rest of the dung.
That's not good.
I'm sorry,
I'm going to say
Ursula.
for the sake of
We
argument,
only had one more use
I'm
of
going
the
to say
left.
I'm going to say for the sake of argument, she was smart enough and caring enough and kind enough because
throw
it's
the
Katie.
dung.
She threw the dung at us before leaving.
Hand the dung to you before she climbed on top of
Thank
this
you.
20-foot tall golden horse and flew off.
I
into
won't
the
be
distance.
needing this anymore.
Need this where I'm going.
Bye.
Here is the source of your only warmth.
Thanks.
She bestowed her final gift to you.
Thanks for the poo.
Bye.
Yeah, so you're just standing there, and eventually the golden light blinks out and is gone.
And it's dark again.
Otto is definitely kind of crouched by the fire. Their like little round body is just trembling because they're so cold, and they're not doing it on purpose. It's more of like an instinctual fidget, sort of, because they're very stressed. They're like gently digging, so like they're shaking, but they're also like getting lower because they're starting to like dig themselves into a hole.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you're on a rock ledge, but I'll say that there's enough loose debris and snow and ice in that area that you're still able to kind of dig yourself a nice little
I just
divot.
need like a little
For sure.
a little divot, a little comfort hole
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah, and like I said, you're on this cliff. Imagine like a small alcove that's been dug out from the rock itself, and this is where the ice devil originally was. So you actually see the scorch marks of the gold lightning that was hitting the ice devil, and you actually see and smell that weird sulfur smell from when the holy fire was, the two angels that were wielding the holy fire were striking this ice devil.
Okay.
So there's scorch marks behind you and bits of like broken chitinous shell laying down in the snow down below you.
The shell is the devil.
The creature that was roaring like three lions being ripped apart at the vocal cords,
Yeah.
Never forget that description.
that was an ice devil.
I
Yeah.
did forget it.
That was the ice devil?
Yes.
Yeah, it's known. It's a monster
okay.
known as an ice devil.
Okay.
Cool.
None of you were taking the time to like
So
rack your brains for the lore there, but I'm just giving you.
Yeah.
thank
Okay,
you, I
thanks.
appreciate it. Because I thought that was the Kieran, and I was like, well, we're so cool with this. We're so cool with this Kieran. Like, the description is terrifying.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now the Kieran spoke in your head.
Right.
And the Kieran also blazed a trail back up the mountain, blowing snow and rock off in all directions, so that when the avalanche hit you and you got over to this ledge, it created a wedge up the mountain so that the snow and the rock,
When it
wafted
hit
off to
us.
the side and didn't hit you directly. It's the only reason why you survived.
Yep.
Yeah.
Saint is standing looking out towards where Ursula was whisked away, and she has tears welling in her eyes. We didn't get to say goodbye. We're starting to really, really like her. And she's just gone.
Well, we probably did what we were brought here to do, which is protect her, right? So mission accomplished. We can go home now.
Get closer to the fire. You
she'll be
too.
back.
You're dripping wet. You need to get closer.
Thank you.
I think we need to go to lower elevation.
For starters, yes. Did that thing say it was the voice of Bahatha?
Yeah.
What? I've barely heard of Bahatha.
I mean,
Right?
you've heard of Bahatha,
Right.
but it's sort of like, if you were from another country, imagine, medieval times, you're from another country and that religion isn't heavily worshipped where you're
Sure.
from, and you eventually travel to that other country, then it would make sense that there are other beliefs.
Right.
But you've heard of it.
A note in the back of a library book.
Yeah.
You're a healer. You're a worshipper. I mean, Bahatha? Did that mean anything to you?
Yes. And I can just
Yeah, go ahead. You can roll religion if you want to know a little bit more.
Ooh, first roll of episode 3.
Yes.
Knowledge roll.
Advantage from City Racing Girl.
Thank you, City
whoop.
Racing Girl. All right.
And we also have a Cosmic Yam
Whoa!
from Ariok of Chaos, which is
Yes.
perfect.
Good name.
Because it unlocks our first Cosmic card, Tier 1. So I really liked the idea of this card. Thank you for suggesting it, Tapartos, who also put in like 20 ideas for cards. I morphed it a little bit. We're going to call it Mind Link. All players place your hand at the temple of your head. Okay, so the first two were you two.
Oh yeah.
You can bring your hands back down. The two party members who do this first link their minds with each other. They may communicate with each other telepathically over any distance for 24 hours.
Sick.
Afterwards, you remember some of that person's memories and they yours.
That's
So
awesome.
what I would love for you to do outside of this show is you two can talk about the memories, or you can do it during the show, talk about the memories that you're going to share during this 24 hours. But right now, you can hear each other's thoughts, almost as if Hunrei was still there creating this telepathic bond. And I'm going to give this card to you so that you can remember.
Thank you.
Not a slam on you, Jessica. Sorry.
Was that a neg?
That sounded bad. That sounded bad.
It did.
I was trying to be helpful.
I rolled a 4 on my religion check.
So you know that Bahatha is the creator god of the animus.
Okay.
We knew that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, she rolled it.
Is that it?
It often can be depicted in various forms, various animals, typically some sort of halo, if they're horned animals of any kind. Sometimes as amalgamations. Often some depictions are what appear to be different versions of chimera.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Bahatha ball had 100 different animal carvings on it.
Right.
And I believe Ursula said to all of you that Bahatha was given the animus by Thasha, the goddess of storms. And Bahatha took that animus and gave it to the animals, and they grew into people. And they have souls now, so they can actually worship as well, which is why Bahatha on the North Island is much more heavily worshipped, but also much more powerful. They're considered an intermediate god.
So you say I do know all of that?
You would know that because Ursula told you.
Right.
Did she tell the whole group?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we all know that already. Okay.
All right, so we're on the North Island, which I'm still wrapping my head around.
The only island.
No, there is another island.
Okay.
I'm not from here.
Where are you from?
Well, there is a southern island.
That sounds wrong.
It's not, I guarantee it.
Okay.
Where you mentioned, have you never been on the surface before?
No, I'm a pro. This is,
I don't believe you.
that's fine. You can believe me or not, but
How old are you?
I am an adult.
I don't believe you.
No, I'm an adult. I don't have any identification, but I promise I'm an adult.
All right, I mean, I'm not gonna...
I passed my coming of age. Not to brag. Not to brag. I passed my coming of age ceremony recently.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I was the first to flee the nest after the cave-in.
That's how you introduced yourself, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So
There was a cave-in.
oh yeah, that's part of the coming of age. You have your safe nest, and then all of a sudden it's kicked in, and you have to flee.
Terrible.
By whom?
Oh, the elders.
The elders
That
kicking
is
your shelter.
Is it terrible?
Yes.
We all made it.
Okay.
But you were the first.
I was the first. Yeah, and that means that it's very important that I was the first.
And you can't fly, but you're pretty good at digging, and I'll point down at the hole.
Oh my god. Yeah, so good at digging. I can't fly. I wish I could fly. You talk to and hang out with things that fly.
Yes. Yes, the sparrows. It's only newly acquired.
That's amazing.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
can we get warmer? I'm real cold.
Well, I don't see any, I mean, below us.
Wasn't there something down
there-
there?
But
down
way
there was
down,
bad,
right? Or-
It was
Yes.
like-
So way down below you,
Thank you. I'm like,
you see the remnants of this ice
Right.
devil and its ice spear that's shattered on the rocks. You might even see, like a feather or two from the angels that have since flown away because they came here and did what they wanted to do, which was destroy this devil, and then they went back to wherever they're from.
And the steam rising from the ice devil is starting to wane. So clearly,
But I thought there was something that had fled down the
Or like
mountain.
there was
like
like ruins.
So what's up?
There was ruins, you said?
Yes, so way down the mountain, there is a frozen lake called Loch Iskar, which I believe somebody made their roll. And then on the actual frozen lake are the ruins of Brudevik. And Brudevik is an old dwarven settlement that has been long since forgotten because you're essentially in the Arctic North, so barely anybody comes up here.
Do we have the maps here?
They're right behind you,
actually.
Yeah.
Grab one. All right, so
So it's what time of
I think we should stay here by the fire. Let some of you at
make
least.
camp?
Yeah.
Make camp?
I mean, if there's nothing closer, maybe.
You're pretty smart. Ooh, I don't think that I know your name.
Ah, yeah, Val. Val.
That's a good name. I was gonna call you Jim.
Jim. No, it's Val.
It's Val's better.
Thank you.
Do you have a full name?
Valcorio.
I'm Octavius. You can just Otto.
Yes, yeah, excellent.
I think I'm gonna go look for some wood.
I think.
So no, this is great. Your survival instincts are starting to kick in, which makes perfect sense being the ranger of the party.
I'm literally dying here.
Maybe I
I'm
should.
delirious.
You know three things. I'm not even gonna make you roll because you're skilled in survival. One, you're wet. That's bad. Two, your only heat source is finite. So making, going out and trying to find some other kind of fuel is good. And three, chances are you're not gonna be able to stay here for any real length of time, like maybe an hour.
Oh, okay.
But much more than that. And the cold, like I said before, like deep freezer cold, is going to start to affect you even if you were dry and around a heat source.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Plus, there's the chance of storms at any minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
you also have that heat pack, which
the one
functions.
from.
I have it
Oh,
here.
sorry, you
from-
did. Sorry.
Did you give it
Oh,
to
I gave
me?
it to
You
you,
gave it
though.
to me.
Yeah, I
So
did.
the way the heat pack
I
works,
get, yeah, KoKo has it.
whoever has it,
Yep.
that's fine. The way the heat pack works is it functions like winter clothing.
Oh.
Exact same as winter clothing. But if you're wet,
Yeah.
winter clothing doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can get dry and you have the heat pack, then I won't make you roll for frostbite.
Great.
I know this is a weird question. How does one get dry in this world?
I mean, the fire. You gotta hang by the fire
Yeah.
at least
That's
for.
it, right? I'm like thinking of how do I get to a place where I can take all my clothes off? But sorry.
I mean, that would be
Just-
your survival. Your
Yeah.
your knowledge of survival would indicate that the best solution would be to remove your clothing.
Yeah.
That's wet, dry that, and put on something new that's dry.
Right.
Elephant woman, do you know any spells that can dry, anything like that?
My name is Saint.
Saint, sorry. Sorry. Saint.
Spells
Octavius.
that can dry. I'm afraid I'm almost completely exhausted of spells, but I can
No.
heal. When I feel I should save it for healing.
Yeah,
in case you should need it.
save it.
I also can heal, and I would like to heal myself.
Sure.
I know it won't make me dry, but it will.
Make you feel better.
You feel better.
So how much damage have you suffered? Oh yeah, you've taken some damage.
It's
I'm
below
at
half.
13.
So you have cure light wounds, correct?
Yeah.
That's your
Yes.
spell.
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Sorry.
Yep.
Yes.
I sure do.
3/5.
It's old school.
It's a
D&D
D8
playing back then.
plus 3, right?
Yeah,
D8 plus 3.
Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, your hand's actually warm when you cast the spell, so it feels really nice to.
So I just have to keep
It
casting.
is a fleeting. It is a fleeting feeling, however.
Yes, we're talking like
30 seconds at most.
Yeah, I think you
great.
get your wisdom modifier on that.
Yeah, no,
too.
it's not. Yeah, it's 9 total.
Great.
So just add 9 to
Just
that.
9. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you feel a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Are you going to start to dry your clothes off on the dung fire?
Well,
When you ask it like that.
I do think that it's gonna get dark here pretty soon, and I think that we should probably find shelter for the night. But I don't know that it's best to be here.
What about that? And I point down at the carcass.
Oh,
Is it big enough?
like
The carcass for what?
The
We fit
carcass of the
inside
ice
of
devil.
It's not. It's not
just pieces,
one
right?
piece.
Right.
It actually was blown apart.
Are the
Yeah.
pieces big enough with which it could act as a kind of shelter?
live in the ribs.
Not really.
Got it.
Live in the ribs.
It's a large creature, but it would be more like because it was so brutally destroyed, it would be more like pieces about the size of a shield.
All right.
Like the biggest piece you would be able to take off of it if you climb down to the body would be a piece about the size of Saint's shield.
Okay.
I mean, it's not small.
Well,
No, I mean,
yeah.
no.
We could get down the mountain faster, though. I mean, I was just using my bedroll, but your shield, you can slide on. Maybe we can grab some of the pieces of the shell and use that too.
And
we
make
can
a
reach-
little fortress and then make the fire inside there.
Well, yeah, or at least get down the mountain a bit faster.
Like use it as a sled. That's
Right.
a great idea.
So you think we should go down definitely?
I mean,
Yeah.
the higher up, I don't.
It'll get colder
That's such a
higher
good
up.
I was going to say,
That's
I'm
true.
not a big outdoors person, but I assume the higher you are, the colder it is.
Just makes me nervous.
I just
going
thought
down.
I thought we were all gonna die. And I was just like kind of hanging out, like figuring out that maybe like this is just it. But that idea, so good. A+.
Thanks.
Yeah.
If we use the shield, I think we could make quick work of it, and we could get
Great,
to much lower of an elevation before sundown.
Yeah.
great. Let's do it.
Right, let's use this fire while we can, get you at least a little warmer.
And Otto.
Yes, yeah.
Otto's just like staring into the fire, completely like zoned
I
out.
think the frozen.
What are you thinking?
Oh, right.
Truly, Otto is just like, oh well, it is like the first time on the surface, and it is exactly what Uncle Jub Jub said. It's so dangerous, but
But here we are.
here we are.
Okay, let's go.
That was in her.
Oh, that's
that was in
oh,
his
sorry.
mind.
No, and you basically you get the sense that Otto truly has accepted their own mortality, and they're just like, all right, like at least like I'm not by myself.
I love that attitude.
You,
She'll
you hear
say
it?
in her head.
Oh, I was like, can you hear
Yeah, they are
Oh,
mentally
right,
connected.
you guys are brain buddies.
Yeah.
Brain buddies.
Brain buddies. You when you just say that, you get the sensation because Otto it kind of communicates through almost like images is sort of what their mind is, and feeling like tactile things. So you get this sense of like a bird like puffing up, like being embarrassed, like oh somebody's here, but like knows it's you, but is like maybe this is just part of it. Maybe you have powers and I don't know.
Well, I think Saint maybe was not making eye contact with Otto, and so when she feels this, she'll turn to Otto and think, did I do something? Did I do something wrong?
Are you in my brain right now?
How did you do that? How did you talk without moving your lips?
Okay, so
Pretty soon, I'm not going to be able to move my lips. when
I'll tell it.
Still in your head, lady. Still in your head.
So sorry.
No, KoKo and Val are literally just
I'm like,
puttered
I'm
on-
like, oh
it's
my
very
God.
quiet.
It is
around
just
the fire.
quiet, and Saint and Otto are just staring at each
Staring at
other.
each other.
So
Sorry.
you two
And you and I are
awkward.
awkwardly looking at each other.
yes.
KoKo, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Because I'm
So-
dying.
Yes. You have
Slowly.
Advantage, you have advantage from Just Jules.
Oh,
Thank you,
thanks,
Just
Just Jules.
Whoop.
Sorry, I kept interrupting your brain buddy time.
Brain buddy time.
Oh, they'll have plenty of time for that. They got 24
Very
hours.
good. You had advantage. You can roll again.
That's what?
Survival.
Oh, survival
And you can
plus.
roll again,
Oh,
'cause you get roll advantage.
all right.
19.
24.
So it makes sense. Your brain is honing in on we're gonna die. They don't know what they're doing. Val clearly doesn't care because it's not gonna affect him how cold it is. We have to. Not that you don't care.
No,
but I'm
no,
saying,
no,
like,
it's fair.
It's not paramount.
Pressing to you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's when you get the idea that if you can find some form of shelter, like real shelter, not just from the wind, you might stand a chance of surviving. But where you're at right now, there's also the chance of another avalanche.
Oh my god.
And
there are
you don't
tre-
have
there
a
are no
Kieran
trees
just
around.
hanging out.
There
What's
are no
that?
trees around, right?
No.
Okay.
You're way above the tree line.
Yeah. You do see trees down below.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the lower elevation you go, the higher the chance of there being a tree.
And with a 24, you probably also know that, like, if you packed snow and ice into blocks, you could probably, over time, if you had the energy and time to do it, make a shelter that would give you warmth.
Oh, like an igloo?
Exactly. Like your survival is that.
I think
but
that's probably long term.
yes. Yes. Not right now. That's why I'm saying like enough
tell us
time
that,
and
right?
energy in order to do that.
Right.
But
Yeah, that's
your
a good
survival would indicate that, oh, we could build that kind of thing if we had the time.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Are you guys still talking?
No. Okay. Yeah, we're moving.
Well, in our heads.
Okay.
Yes. And the last thing she'll say is, perhaps this is a gift from Bahatha. Oh my god.
Maybe it's your bird.
When she says "my God," a vision in your head is of Sparrow talking on a tree branch.
Otto's normally haunted eyes turn into like starry anime eyes as they just see how cool your god is.
Pulsing eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and she says aloud, my god did not answer me when I asked for help, so shall we slide down the hill now?
Let's do it. Let's go down. There's some trees like way down there.
Well, let's get to the carcass of the ice devil first. See if we can make some sleds out of that.
All right.
Good, and then we keep sliding.
Let's just get into this carcass.
Here, get on my back again.
Oh, all right. Thank
All right.
you.
Yes.
KoKo, you
So it's actually going to be a climb check because you're going straight down.
Oh man.
Like a rappelling kind of situation?
Yeah.
Just roll me.
Just roll me down.
The rope will give you advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, Jack. Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
supposed to roll
Are we
something?
not sliding down?
If
Athletics?
you decide to slide down,
It's
you'll
like
have to find a different place that isn't the carcass of the ice devil.
Oh.
The ice devil went straight down.
Straight down.
And if you want to slide, you're gonna have to go back up and then find another path.
I
down.
have a spell.
If we could lower a rope.
I have a small one.
Is it levitating or something?
Question.
Okay.
Two
Yes.
questions.
Yes.
One, what does the carcass look like? Is it? Can it be? Is it? I don't know. What am I?
Made of ice, or what is it? You said it's
Yeah,
tight.
like what?
Have you seen Dark Crystal?
Yes.
Do you know the big beetles? The big beetles that
Oh,
shamble?
yeah.
You know when they die and their shells fall apart and there's nothing inside them anymore?
Oh, okay.
That's what you see. Bits
So
of
never
shell.
big
it's
story.
hard, but it's not
No,
like.
Dark Crystal.
Is that Dark Crystal? I thought that's never ending
The
story.
beetles that capture the gelflings.
Yes. That's.
I think so. I have this vision of what you're talking
Everyone in
about.
chat's gonna be like, I can't believe it.
Well,
Yeah.
also, if you think about a beetle carcass and then you break it into
Yeah.
pieces,
Right.
it's going to be looking the same.
Yes.
Monster.
I know.
But is it like
Sorry, you guys.
segmented?
You're a
and
ranger.
just-
Yes.
Segmented, and so they're round pieces,
Yes.
like curved.
Yes.
Great. Can I? This is a wild idea.
Yeah.
I'm very hurt.
Yes.
I am of no use. My speed is halved. I am exhausted. I
Yeah.
would love to build essentially a hamster ball
Okay.
out of the carcass so I can literally roll down.
Yeah. If you can get down to the shell bits, you think you might be able to craft something along those lines.
All right.
Yeah.
I
have a
also
rope?
have a spell, but yeah.
I do. I have a rope. You were talking to me?
Yes.
I have a rope.
I have a blessing from my god that might help.
Oh. Okay.
You all have to trust me, though. It'll be only my second time casting it, but it worked the first time.
I believe in you, Saint.
Insight check.
It was quite fun.
Wait, why is it a
Okay.
So, this is a situation where we go to the edge and we would jump off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's,
Oh, yeah.
if that's what you want
and
to
I
do.
can feather fall down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone, hold my hand. Hold each other's hands.
You are gonna have to do that thing though where you sort of time it so you don't cast it immediately, you fall for a ways and then cast it and then drop
It's
it.
that far.
Yeah.
Oh man. Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know if it-
You're
yeah.
10,000 feet up.
Wait. Oh, wait. In the bug is at the
No,
bottom.
no,
of
no,
the,
no. It's
okay.
not at the very bottom.
Okay.
I'm just saying elevation-wise, you're 10,000 feet.
Right.
So you guys see, just so you know what it looks like. This is a
For
little-
sure.
This is a little
Yes.
bit of what
Okay,
an ice
so
devil looks
so
like.
you're tell us about this spell.
Yes.
We're just supposed to jump.
So,
I
What
trust
did-
you, even though we don't really know you. We have been in battle with her.
No,
She's-
I know. It's fine. I've seen it do some pretty amazing
Okay,
things.
okay.
Yeah.
what it is it's like sprouting wings from a sparrow.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's inexplicable and quite magical, and you just have to trust in me and my god.
Fine.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So everybody hold hands,
All right.
walk
Holding
to the
hands.
edge, and here we go.
Let's-
And she just
Die here
If
or
I
die
if
there.
I die like this, I swear.
When she leans forward, just holding on to her because of her weight and size,
Whoa.
you go too. Like, there's
being
no
pulled up
avoiding
above.
it unless you like let go of their hands or something. So you all go flying off of this cliff, face down, towards certain death. And as
Which
you're
sounds like this.
Sorry, my
apologize to our sound
Yes.
department.
Sorry, guys.
Getting brand new microphones. We immediately scream into them.
Get ready.
Yes. So halfway down this fall, you close your eyes, you let out your prayer, and it's almost as if thousands of little sparrows start to appear beneath you, not in like a corporeal form, but almost like their spirit appear beneath you, and they start floating upwards, and it slows your fall. And it's terrifying for the first, 30 seconds, and then life-changing for the next 30 seconds. It's one of those moments where you see your death, and then you survive. And you've already been through that once already with the avalanche and the cave-in.
So much.
And the freezing to death. But as you come down to the snow, you land so softly that even the snow itself doesn't crunch beneath your weight until the spell dissipates and your actual body weight breaks the snow.
Thank you.
Are we dead?
Saint.
Yeah.
Are you a saint?
I don't follow. I am Saint, yes.
Right, but, like some worshippers of certain religions, if they're certain exalted in a way, they're known as saints.
Oh, I don't know.
Was it the name your parents gave you, or did someone give you the title saint?
I was born Saint.
Let's walk this way while we keep talking about it.
And as you realize, as you fall from the top of this cliff and then now safely landed at the bottom, those of you who are cold realize that the cold is still cold.
Still bad. Still
So
bad.
if you are currently wet and or have an exhaustion level from the cold, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, come
Pretty much everybody except for Val.
Oh, man, yes.
Which is everybody but
And we're at disadvantage, right? Because of the
no, you're not at disadvantage yet. None
I'm
of
at
you are at
disadvantage,
disadvantage.
though.
No, saving throws are not included in ability checks.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Do they have an advantage, anybody?
Oh, yeah. KoKo, you have advantage from Divine Matt.
Oh, thank you.
Saint, you have advantage from Gateway Guy.
Thank you.
9.
That's us.
Oh, okay.
And Octavius, you have advantage from Divine Matt.
Thank you.
And Val doesn't have to roll.
Nice.
11.
Oh boy, that is
21.
Okay.
16.
Okay. It's only a 10 check. However, every hour that passes, you will have to make another save.
Okay.
Unless you are in shelter with a fire source and not wet.
Are you sure?
And does time
I
go
am
normal?
dead
Time
positive.
We'll tell you.
like normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like.
Not an hour in
bad.
real life, an
No,
hour
right,
in game.
in-game.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you see the remnants of this ice devil carcass, and you smell the unmistakable smell of sulfur. And you also
Like
see the bits of its broken ice spear. It's actually quite a sight.
All right, I think seeing that everyone else is struggling, Val will start moving fast, looking for something, scavenging as best he can through the
What exactly are you looking for?
things. Things to make a sled.
Okay.
Also, if there's any bits of that spear that look like a usable weapon, I'll grab that too.
Sure. I mean, you can definitely grab the top of the spearhead.
Is it like spear size? Or are we talking like is it
No,
full?
because it
Yeah.
shattered, so it would be more like a half spear or a javelin, like a.
Okay, ice javelin.
And we're
I'll
still
take it.
like we've gone down, but we're not at the bottom.
No.
We're still like
No.
on the side of a
No,
mountain.
you probably fell about several thousand feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
that's why I said you had
Yeah, right.
30
Yes.
seconds of falling and then another,
30 seconds of slow fall.
yeah.
So Otto, I was thinking when we were falling. Okay, I was thinking, the hamster ball idea.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, but I was thinking it might start another avalanche.
You think
hamster
so?
Yeah, because it like picks up, like snowballs and stuff. They get real big, and
like
then
it
they
would-
like, and then they. loosens things up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I don't know if you should do it.
Okay. Well, I will just use the carcass, and I'm like, Otto is like dismembering the ice devil, like it's fine. I will just use it as body armor, because these things survive the cold. You have scales.
I do.
So I am going to make myself scales, and that's what I'm going to do instead.
Oh.
Yeah, it is in fact from a realm where it is completely frozen. The ice devil is. And so the ice devil shell is completely resistant to cold. So when you prop up these bits of shell and kind of tuck yourself inside of it, you no longer feel the cold effects coming from outside.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a little mini shelter for you. Now you're small, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense that you could prop up enough of these pieces to where you're.
Could we fasten them to you?
It also very much smells. I mean, it smells
fine.
like sulfur. It's very strong.
Smells like farts.
It smells like farts in here, you guys, but it's fine.
And brimstone.
Parts of brimstone.
For flavor, can I say that I sort of look like I have like
Flavor.
a like big scale here, a big scale here. It's almost like samurai armor.
Yeah, so it'll take time to actually
Yeah.
craft it. For now, it's just there, but I think over time you would be able to try to find ways to actually turn it into some kind of not armor, because you're not an armor smith,
Yeah.
but almost like a wearable
That's it's
protective hide.
Like shin guards.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Like just like a bunch of. I'm just wearing a bunch of shin guards.
Yeah, just
everywhere.
on your
and they're
arms.
ropes.
Do you have rope?
I do.
Great.
I do as well. Wait, but if that works as well, all right, we could keep moving.
I'm only using the tail, so there's still
Or we could.
scales.
Is there enough to basically? Could we build like a circle around us with enough of the shards?
You would need some other objects to help you put that together, because now you're talking about building a shelter.
Yeah, I mean small, but yeah.
I don't know that we can stay here.
No, we have
because
to
we're
go.
still in a pretty bad area.
Right.
Right.
We have a fire. We have enough dung to make one more fire.
Also, I have a torch and I
Right.
can make fire. So
Okay, but but if we could
No
create
matter
our
where
own
you're
shelter
at,
out of this,
having a fire going is a necessity.
okay.
Yeah.
right? But we could create if there was enough shell to create a shelter, or we could basically armor up everybody as much as possible to get the cold people protected
Does
at least for a
anyone
little
have
bit.
any kind of crafting capabilities?
I don't think so.
Like
Note to players at home, crafting skills are not useless. So make sure you take them.
What
about
does
playing
that mean?
cards?
like tools
Like
would be
tools.
crafting.
Yeah, tool
If
proficiency.
you have
is
tool proficiency in smithing or something. that would be-
Anything,
Yeah.
masonry.
I think I can whittle.
That is
never
a
looked
tool,
at
yes.
The liar.
Yes.
Bagpipes.
Both a musical instrument and an effective
You took
manipulation
bagpipe
tool.
proficiency.
But I thought I could
I would
whittle.
have
I thought I could whittle
the-
for some reason.
the-
Well, you have survival,
Right.
Yeah.
which is on a whole nother level of helpfulness compared to what they're talking
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't you give me another survival check? Actually, scrap survival. Do perception.
Okay.
You have advantage from Goofus McDorkle, but it is countered by A.G. McLeod.
Oh,
So just
that's okay.
Thank you, Goobus McDorkle and A.G. McLeod. We appreciate you.
so yeah, just straight roll.
+5.
11 plus 5, so 16.
Yep.
Okay. Funny enough, when you're collecting these bits and pieces of shell and trying to come up with a way to help everybody survive this calamity, you actually find your way down into a little crevice, and you see along one of the walls that it's reflective. And as you get a little bit closer, you notice that there's a patch of glacial ice there. And as you're standing there holding this piece of shell, you look at the ice and you actually see your own reflection back at you,
Oh.
which you haven't seen in quite some time, essentially since your session 0 when you were looking at the reflective river.
And let's be honest, you don't look that great.
The color's starting to drain from your face.
You're wet, you're tired.
But you see something more. there's a shadow behind your reflection. And it starts to grow and move and morph.
You're saying this like I like this.
Is it dastardly?
Yeah, is it dastardly?
It's your decision how you feel about it.
Oh, it's a perception check. Oh, wait, so what?
The shadow starts to form around your reflection.
Okay.
And your own reflection starts to morph and change. And light starts to pour through the shadow.
Oh.
And standing in the reflection in front of you is a very oddly dressed human man. Cristobal?
Oh my
would you like to join us?
What?
And you're the only one who seems to notice this. So the rest of them are all sort of busy with what's going on in the...
So,
And he's in.
Yeah,
he's
like
in.
ripping
it's
pieces off
almost
this
as
bug.
if it's a mirror. The ice is that reflective. It's a mirror. And this figure is standing there holding a rapier and a mirror and looks distressed. Distressed as in like recently gone through some stuff.
Okay.
Maybe has a fleck of
look at that acting.
ooze or jello hanging
Hashtag
off the side of his beard. But he's wearing. Just describe yourself. Why am I?
Please.
He is wearing fantastic clothing, loud, ostentatious. He has a half coat, which comes down to about his midsection, with bright red cloth. His cuffs are colored in gold. His pants are bitoned, so there's stripes of gold and red in them as well. His shoes are extremely impractical. They look something like a jester's slipper.
Nice.
Okay.
Interesting.
So good for snow.
His shirt is very light and breezy. He has an ascot, which is puffed out to here. His face looks quite haggard and straggly, and his hair does as well.
Okay.
He's frozen?
It's
So-
as if he's frozen. Yes.
So
But he's moving.
He is frozen. He is frozen at first.
Act better.
And then as you're staring at this shadow and this light, and it starts to form into his reflection, he begins to move, but his movements are a reflection of your own, almost as if you're doing that mirror exercise in acting class.
Oh, we got to get a wide of this. Yes.
Cristobal,
Yes.
you feel as if you're in some kind of glass prison. And you don't know how you got here, other than the last memory that you had was you were in the middle of that duel, and then you get sucked into the mirror.
Sure.
You're still holding the mirror. You're still holding your rapier. You remember almost dying. You remember burning. And it was a blue flame. And as you look down, the blue flame is no longer there, but you are wrapped in shadow and light. And as you stare forward, at first you just see your own reflection, and then again it changes and it morphs and becomes this wood elf, female with copper hair.
Non-binary.
Non-binary wood elf. As you're looking into her eyes, both of you see at the same time your reflection, the line, it's almost like a hairline fissure or crack starts to make its way up the reflective surface of this ice. And the reflection stops, so now your movements are your own and your movements are your own, and the ice shatters and breaks away, and Cristobal comes pouring out onto the snow in front of you. And she's still holding these bits of shell.
Cristobal is going to, who are you?
Who are you?
I am Cristobal de la Cruz. Who are you?
I'm KoKo Aldershadow.
Why is it so cold?
I don't know. I'm freezing too. Okay, so we're both, okay. No, this is happening.
KoKo, are you talking to someone?
Yeah, just a minute.
Yeah, we gotta get this going.
Yeah,
Yeah, here we go.
Give me that piece. Yeah.
Are you,
Cristobal sticks his sword back into his cane and just is
Okay, so
watching himself shake.
I'm glad you put your weapon away.
He's still holding the mirror.
I look terrible. You look terrible.
Oh, thanks.
Where are we?
We're on the side of a mountain, of like an ice mountain. We were just attacked. We fell down. We like floated down it. It's a whole thing. I'm gonna tell you later, but we're trying to. This is just. Do you want to meet my friends? I mean,
yes, let us go inside and meet your friends. And he's going to just start walking out of the.
Going inside anything.
He's going to start walking out of the crevice to.
You see where her footprints were in the snow.
Yeah.
And as you're making your way back that direction, you realize it's not just cold. It's freezing, frigid.
We get it.
Hard to
I
breathe.
have a question. Do you,
Inhospitable.
inhospitable. Where he was, the sort of like glass between us or whatever,
Yes.
the ice, that shattered. But is there still like a cove
Yes.
in there? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why you were even there in the first place, is you were like, oh, this is enough out of the wind and out of the way to where if we build another fire here, we might
Against
at least
this.
be able to dry our clothes.
Okay.
And then we have something to work with.
Okay.
You also haven't eaten, you haven't really had anything to drink other than the freezing water that you accidentally swallowed when you fell into it. So
Do I not have snacks? I thought I always had
Oh,
snacks.
I always bring.
I thought I
mean, you
always
have
you
the
have
dirty
rations.
Oh,
You are adorable. You are adorable.
You have rations,
Adorable.
but they also fell into the freezing water, so they're probably soaked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we see him when he steps out?
So he comes out first, and then behind him comes KoKo. And you see these figures huddling over bits of shell. It looks like the shell of some creature, like a large beetle or something.
I'm like trying
And
to
they're
put
trying
some
to like
on sand.
they're like trying to piece them together to create some kind of shelter. One of them is wearing the bits of shell, and he looks like a little owl. And then there's another one that looks like half elephant, half elf,
Very tall.
Who are you?
Oh,
and it's Silver Dragon.
I'll drop it. I'll draw my sword. KoKo, who's this?
This is, what's your name?
I am Cristobal de la Cruz.
Cristobal de la Cruz.
Are you from the South Island?
Yes, of course.
can we go to your house?
I just arrived. I don't know.
How?
He's
What?
from the island that doesn't exist.
And I'm looking up the mountain. I'm looking down the mountain. I'm looking for any shelter, house, inn.
Well, they're in like a little bit of a divot type area, so you would actually have to kind of, because they're intentionally trying to find shelter from the wind, you'd actually have to kind of walk out a ways to a little bit of a precipice
clearing or
to see down the mountain. But you can certainly look up and go, wow, those are some very sheer, tall, mountainous cliff sides.
Where did you come from?
He came from that wall.
He looked like he was on the beach. What are you doing?
I think
No, I was in Cyrus not 10 minutes ago. No.
Is it warmer inside?
actually I was gonna say that was it kind of warm in there?
Yes, it is like a beautiful summer in Cyrus.
Then we should go back in there.
I don't know if it's a two-way thing. I don't know
Oh.
if it's like a highway type of
Cyrus.
You guys, I think it was one of those portals.
Cyrus, the agricultural city.
Fasarum.
Fasarum.
Sorry, my
Fasarum.
speech sometimes is hard to understand.
It's okay. Let's go that way. Grab all the things that you guys found.
Yeah,
Let's go
yeah,
this
right,
way.
yeah, basically.
we make our way back to
You
Pick
where
up the
we
pieces of
found
the
them.
shell. You go off into that alcove area. There's like it more or less just looks like a glacial face, but with rock coming off the top of it. And you can actually get off of where the snow was, which is helpful because there's a rock and dirt surface where if you can build a fire back in that nook, you can trap the heat and use it to dry out clothes and
This is
keep
where you
yourself
found him.
You see the bits of ice that have broken away from where he fell out.
How are you not dead?
How long were you frozen?
I'm gonna check my face because I assume my beard has grown in a bit.
Yes.
With the mirror?
Well, yes,
Oh.
the
he,
mirror
has, he has a
and
very nice mirror that's brass.
which I haven't
And on the back side of it, there's a landscape of a city, and it's 2 different shades of brass. So one part of the city looks light, and the other part of the city looks like it's cast in shadow. And then the front side of the mirror, it's very nice, by the way, has a silver reflective surface.
You almost immediately recognize the back of that is an indication of Lumbra, the god of civilization.
Okay, got it.
Do you like that?
I mean,
Oh, okay.
Lumbra is known as a two-faced
that's a
god.
very personal question.
Oh,
No,
I'm curious.
no, I'm kidding.
But you glance
really
at
feel
yourself
one
in the
way or
mirror,
another.
and you can tell immediately that you must have been out for several days because your beard has grown in past. It's past a 5 o'clock shadow. You know that much.
More importantly, your eyebrows are longer than when you left before, and that is just a no-no.
Not good. Several days. I feel like I must have been unconscious. Can you start the fire?
Octavius,
Yes.
can you help me? Let's use pieces of the shell to block the door
yes, sir.
and like
You're on
keep
that.
the
I'm gonna
wind
build
out.
a fire. I'm gonna build a fire.
I will
Yeah.
help you.
Yeah, we'll use pieces of the shell to block the wind from the door as
So
much as possible.
anybody that wants to assist KoKo, because she's the only one I'm assuming that has skills in survival.
I have survival
do.
skills.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everybody but
We do.
me. Everybody
I'm just in panic right
Oh.
now.
Okay.
but
Yeah.
we
Well, then,
South Island
instead
boys.
of just KoKo, because you guys are actually skilled, I'd like to have you roll. So, KoKo, you get advantage from Dresden Dark.
Thank you.
Saint, you have advantage from We Had a Baby, It My Michael. We Had a Baby, It My Michael.
Oh! Wait.
No.
Wait.
I don't think that's Katie.
I don't think
Oh,
that's
I
it.
thought it was. I was like, she's sending us a
Yeah.
message via
Yeah.
username.
But we roll
two at a
disadvantage because of the exhaustion.
Yeah, so they
so
counter.
straight
Oh, they are
Yeah.
ability
Okay.
checks, right?
And then Octavius, you have advantage from Ow My Knees.
Yeah.
These names are perfect for the setting right now, by the way.
24.
I
Okay.
don't think you're exhausted at all. For, as far as I know, I don't think you're exhausted.
Yeah, you made your con saves.
You made your con saves.
So yeah,
So
you
you
still
get
get to roll at
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah.
This is moving.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh,
All right. One here. Never mind.
that's cool. That's very cool.
17.
You discovered something. No,
17.
discovered it.
24.
KoKo, go ahead and roll.
I cast guidance.
Ooh,
Oh.
guidance. Well, she already had advantage.
But still,
It's a
give her
+2
advantage.
She's not exhausted.
No, she's not.
Oh.
But
I
take
still
it.
cast guidance.
You keep.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, you can keep your.
Yeah. It's a cantrip, baby. I can
Yeah.
use it anytime I want.
Nice. Then roll that. Roll a d4. That's guidance.
Guys, I have no idea why I'm rolling.
Gonna add that to
only
your.
one.
But you add
So
it.
plus 5 because it's a
Plus
survival.
5, 19.
Okay. So, with your powers combined,
Yes.
you build a very crude shelter, a great Yeti dung fire,
Whew.
and boy, do they smell terrible, Cristobal.
With the dung fire and the pieces of the sulfur
Sure,
ice
sure,
devil
sure.
that are
Almost
around
cancels
the
out.
door.
It's like you become like nose blind to it.
Yeah.
You smell it after a while.
Nose blind.
And removing your wet clothing,
Yes.
and huddling together for body heat,
Yes.
you can take a short rest.
Oh, thank you.
Hey.
The cleric's like, oh,
Yeah,
great.
like, thank you so much. I'm not hurt at all.
So does that mean our hit points go back?
So you get to roll to recover some. So,
So
you're
you
only
can
down
use
6.
up to 3 of your hit dice to recover HP. So your hit dice is a D10. Roll that.
Do I? Should I even? I'm already at 22.
Hit points are important, in my opinion. If you want my advice,
You
I
can't,
would
you
use
can't waste them.
3 plus your con modifier, which is 2. So you gain 5 hit points.
Okay. Well,
That's
27.
probably good.
That's,
That's
pretty
probably
good.
good.
Yep.
At a
Great.
20.
So,
Hit dice is a rogue.
Rogue's a D8. Rogue's a
D8.
D8.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh my gosh, did Surena just not the question?
Oh my gosh. I don't have a
Don't tease her.
No, I'm not. I'm so like, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So
short
they all are taking the short rest. You feel rested because you were in this whatever state you were in when you traveled here. What would you like to do? Because they're going to be out for an hour.
Got it.
Not out.
So if they're,
Well, by out I mean
I
you're
know, I'm
huddling
kidding.
together. For an hour.
I'm kidding.
so I'm going to be staring.
Val seems to be unaffected by the
fine.
cold, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. So is he huddling with everybody else?
I don't know. Are you?
I mean, I'm letting them kind of get closer to the fire and everything like that, but I'm definitely resting and definitely yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. If they all look preoccupied, then what I'm going to do is go You look like a soldier, right?
I'm wearing a breastplate.
Perfect.
Yeah, so kind
That's
of.
a soldier to me.
And got, yeah, sure. And I had a sword at my side.
That's the
Yeah.
same.
May I borrow your dagger?
I guess. What are you gonna do with it?
Shame, I look terrible.
Sure.
Okay.
Just wash it, I guess, after you're done.
Sure.
There's snow everywhere.
But you know, if you keep your beard longer, it'll be better for survival. It might keep you warmer.
That's true.
You are adorable. And she's going to pull up the mirror and start slowly shaving his face.
Yeah.
Dunking it as much as he can in the snow, and it's freezing, but
Right.
just so it's not a dry shave.
Yeah.
That being said, he'd also like to study the mirror.
Sure.
And you said an hour?
Yep.
So therefore, I would like to do...
Exactly an hour.
Yep, so then I'm going to do... Identify...
Are those your custom spell cards?
Oh, they
Spell cards.
You laminated them?
Can we get a chest hair zoom in?
Yes.
Oh my
So
god.
we'll wait. We'll
No,
wait.
We'll wait for the chest hair
We'll wait
zoom
for
in.
the...
There
Yeah.
Fancy.
I can't believe you laminated.
Look at those rings.
I know. Seriously.
What a fancy boy.
Did such a great job on the art. I had to take full advantage of it and
For
make
sure.
such a cool, situation. So I'm going to do the identify ritual on my mirror.
Yep.
To try and see if maybe the mirror was the reason I'm here,
Yep.
or if the mirror can tell me anything about what's going on, or...
So
Is it a magic mirror?
I'm trying to
We're
find
about to
that
find
out.
You don't know.
So yeah, it's magic.
Okay.
It's a spell.
So I am going to do something that I haven't talked to Ron about. Sorry, Ron.
Oh, it's okay.
But I would like to implement a homebrew rule that I always do in my games that you are very familiar with because Adam has gamed with me before.
I know.
So the way I would like Identify to work, because I think the spell is kind of poorly written, to be frank.
Easy.
Yeah, it's just it.
It's homebrew. It's homebrew.
The way I like to do Identify is you get to ask a question. And that question can be whatever you want. And depending on how you word it and how well the spell casting goes, I will answer that question about this item.
So it's like Speak with the Dead, but for magic items.
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
this.
So
I love
instead
this.
of just giving you all of this
Yeah.
information
That's fun.
and telling you exactly what it does and the school of magic and who made it and all the other things that Identify normally does, you can ask me a question and you can cast Identify as many times as you want. Every time takes an hour to ritually cast.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. You can ask another question.
I love this because it does give Identify a much more utility than
Right.
before. It might not give you as much information as it originally did, but it's useful because now you get to do... Identify isn't just a throwaway spell that's used for a ritual once every time.
Understood.
Is this a secret or can we see you do this?
Oh, it's very obvious.
It's very
that
obvious.
Oh, I
he's
didn't
doing-
know if
takes
he was like
10
hiding it
minutes.
like
No,
ahead of time.
no.
He takes
Yeah,
10
he's sitting
minutes to
down.
cast a
It's
spell.
It's actually part of the grooming process.
Oh, okay.
Is the way he casts his spell as he's speaking, as he's making his jawline more defined with his facial hair. He is making sure that his eyebrows are on point, that the any loose hairs are being trimmed off as best they could with your dagger, Val. And as he's doing this, he is going to look and say, I understand this mirror is obviously for gazing upon such beauty as you can behold, but what is the other purpose of this mirror? For I feel that it has purposes far beyond that which is admiring myself. So I'm looking for use, what the mirror was used for beyond just mirrordom.
And as he's going through this grooming process, you can see the rings on his hands begin to glow with an arcane light as he asks this question to the mirror.
So go ahead and give me an Arcana check, and I'll give you. Oh, by the way, you have advantage from Cameron Belden.
Cameron
Belden.
Thank you.
With advantage?
Of course, with advantage.
Oh, man.
12.
All right.
Yeah,
It's not great.
by the way, Adam does not roll well. Just in general. Okay. But you still cast Identify, and you want to know what the use of this mirror was besides just
Being
for
a mirror,
reflection.
yes.
It is to channel. It is a channeling item. What it channels and who it channels remains to be described, but you can definitely tell that, especially by your experiences in your session 0, when it started absorbing all of the magic around it, it wasn't absorbing it in a way to where it was like trying to defend you.
Right.
It was actually activating and sucking in all of that arcane energy. And when it did that, then poof, you got sucked in.
Understood.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I understand what you're saying. Okay. That's all I'm going to do with the mirror in terms of casting Identify on it for the moment.
Well, that only took 10 minutes, yeah? Ritual casting in 10 minutes.
So in that case, I'm going to come to who looks the most probably you.
Put together?
Put together.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm the least messed up
probably
so
you.
far, so it's probably me.
Well, I'm not hurt at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we all just rested.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're not
Or
cold.
we're mid-rest,
But
and yeah, I'm not
short
freezing.
rest
You
doesn't
didn't take your
remove
clothes off.
exhaustion.
No, short rest does not remove exhaustion.
Right, by the way.
You're still exhausted.
Right.
So I'm going to go straight to you and say, so how do we get down the mountain?
I have no idea.
You don't
We're
know?
in the North Island. We're at the top of the North Island. That up there is probably the highest mountain on the North Island.
Do I know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what the North Island is.
You
You're
know
educated.
that
you're
no
intelligent.
one has ever gone from the South Island to the North Island in a couple hundred years, probably.
So you're both from the South Island.
Congratulations, we're very special.
Wow.
This only gets stranger and stranger.
Well, that's one way to put it, yeah. Are you a wizard?
Do you have a god?
Oh yeah.
There's so many questions at the same time. Yes,
Where
I
did
am.
you get your pants?
They're so shiny.
Shoes. Are they weatherproof?
No, not in the least.
It doesn't look very warm.
It's
We're
not.
gonna
Is
that
have to
linen?
find you a fur.
I'm very cold. Yes, I am a wizard. I know of many gods, and I definitely know I'm very, very cold, which is why I asked you how we were to get down the mountain. Do any of you know how we are to get down the mountain?
We are to slide upon a shield.
Yes.
One
Or
shield?
shell.
We
Or
have
shell?
some shells.
We're building out some shields.
Yeah. So things have been bad.
Real bad.
Oh, okay, so we need more shields. We need
I mean,
more.
we have these, the things that are blocking the doorway right now. We could basically craft something with that. Octavius here has been working on creating some sort of armor
You're
or
gonna need to
clothing.
get you some armor. 'cause
Something.
You're gonna be cold.
This shell is so warm. It smells really bad, kind of like farts, but it's very warm, and it'll protect you from the elements. Here.
Thank you.
You said Fasirum. You mentioned Fasirum, the
Yes,
city?
yes. this
That's
is
where you're from?
Yes.
Is that a
Okay.
nice place?
I mean, it's fine.
It is beautiful. There are vineyards and cattle and swine and the food and the wine. And we have this moon wine that we import from the north. It is just to die for.
That sounds so nice.
Have we had moon wine?
It's fine.
No.
Do you have any moon wine?
Do you want to get drunk?
I unfortunately have nothing but what you see upon my person.
Well, I'm very hungry. Are you guys
I'm
also
just
very
so
hungry?
tired
This
and
food is
hungry.
not
Well,
drying out.
Why don't you put one of these shells over the fire and melt some snow
Yeah, so
for
we
water?
can you
That's a great idea.
Sure.
melt some snow into water or
I
something?
read a lot of books.
I've got some rations. Hang on. And
I
I'll-
like that. Yeah.
I'm
So you
gonna.
break open some rations and you're eating and you're drinking this melted snow water, and some of you even have water on you as well. That's not frozen over.
I already have
I'm sitting there with the.
That being said, as time passes, you're noticing your little Yeti dung fire burn slower and lower and lower.
Yeah, we gotta make a
We must.
You know it's only a matter of time before you're out of fuel, and then you're back where you started.
Is it night outside? What
It
time of day is it?
was dark,
Okay.
but you could still see off in the distance, so there was a little bit of almost like twilight and now you can tell that the sun is actually starting to rise up. So it
It's
was.
the next day?
Oh, okay.
It was
That's-
well. You guys didn't spend the night or anything.
No.
What I'm trying to say is that when you got teleported into this area, it was actually so late at night. It was almost early morning.
Okay.
And now you're getting into that like 6 a.m. You know.
It's something.
Yeah.
So, and all told, by the way, we've only been here. It's only been like a couple hours since we
Right.
fell into that chamber.
Correct.
I have so many questions for all of you.
Yeah.
I am so cold,
Here, come by the fire.
Yeah.
but the fire will go out.
If we traveled out, I know there's the abandoned ruins at the frozen lake.
Are there any cities? The three of you. I mean, you're from this island. I mean, are there any cities nearby? Anything like that? That you are any of you from?
No,
No.
none at all.
I don't know.
You are so positive.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so grateful to be here.
I mean, you seem
Alive.
to know what you're doing as far as survival and outdoors things. Are you from here?
You're from the North Island, but you're not from this area now.
I'm from the North Island, but I'm not from this area now.
Okay.
But I'm pretty good at exploring, and
You're
I think
specifically from the Elderberry Wilds.
I am from the Elderberry one.
Yes.
You did a whole session 0 about it.
Your hometown's name is Ardavos, which is like the Wood Elven home city.
I do remember this,
Yeah.
but I just didn't
But
know
you
where
spent
it was.
so much time in that other realm that some of those things you've forgotten.
Forgotten. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Looking at this map, I'm not sure how much Saint would know about geography in the north part of the island. I mean, she's from.
Below the shelf, you would know fairly well.
Okay, but above the shelf, not.
Not much.
Could I guess, though, based on how far apart things are, how long it would take us to start to get to a warmer place? Because it looks like this is a hot place, right? The Flaming
Flaming
Aslaug?
Aslaug, yes, that's a volcano. It's funny enough because there's lots of barking dogs at the Flaming Aslaug. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know what.
So, do you want to go deal with that? Okay. What she's asking is a valid question.
Stop it.
This map is way more than a bird's eye view.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
it's going to take you days and days and
Okay.
days to get down into these warmer climates. And the Flaming Aslaug is a mountain range with a volcano in the middle of it, but on the flip side of those mountains is such higher elevation that that's why it's so cold, why it's so frozen. So yes, there's a lot of heat underground coming up in the Mavros Mountains and the Flaming Aslaug, but that doesn't mean that heat is permeating the permafrost of North Umbra.
If we and this alcove that we're in right now doesn't go any deeper into the mountain or anything like that. Okay.
You saw when you were on that precipice looking out, granted it was, just sprinkles of sunlight, you could see that there were channels down the side of a mountain that might be passable. You would know that they might be passable. You, because you've actually dealt with Atos, the mountain that you're from.
Yep.
Some of your people have actually gone up the side of that mountain before. You would also know that usually there are crevices or channels or valleys that make it much easier to traverse down the side of a mountain as opposed to just going from ridge to ridge. Although you have no idea how many times she can cast that spell, but if she can cast it multiple times, it would actually be easier for you, to go out onto a cliff, jump off of it, and cast it again because it's that much quicker to get to lower elevation.
Oh, okay.
And the lower the elevation, the warmer and the more shelter you're going to have, the more animals, the more trees, bushes, that kind of thing.
So it occurs to you that clearly,
Yeah, now that I am
Featherfall.
warmer
Yeah.
and less into the elements, Otto.
And you've all dried out your clothes.
Yes.
You've all eaten and had something to drink. So that's why I gave you the short rest. Yeah.
Got it.
But the exhaustion is something that just does not go away.
That's okay.
Otto says, you know the thing you did? The glider spell?
Yes.
I have it.
Oh,
I
fantastic.
can do that too. And if we all just jump.
Can we do it again?
Jump and jump and jump.
I thought it was
The bigger
from
the
my
cliff,
god.
the better off you are, because
Yeah.
that's that much more distance covered.
Yeah. Hi, you have a question?
Yeah,
Sure.
sorry, jump?
Oh, and jump and jump and jump. Yeah. Just,
There's a spell, magic.
it's a glider spell, so basically I'm gonna cast it where Amazing Saint will cast it, and you won't die or go splat, you'll just
Probably.
Also, it occurs to you that what they're talking about, you're very familiar with. As far as you know, there is no arcane magic in the North Island, at least from what you understand. So her being able to cast that is very strange to you.
just jump and jump and jump.
So who taught you how to cast the spell?
Taught me?
Taught you, yes.
Nobody?
You just inherently were able to do this.
God did not bless it upon you as he did for me.
No, I just I don't know, I was like the floatier of my siblings.
Can we do family histories later?
Yes, I think we should. But we must discuss. There might be things I could teach you and things you could teach me. I'm fascinated by your...
You could teach me stuff?
Very many things.
Okay.
Yes.
I think while they're talking about this, KoKo is fashioning some, like making
Similar to what?
sled things
Sure.
out of the things.
Yeah,
Even though I don't have crafty skills, can I still be doing that?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
survival,
can
okay.
still attempt to do it with
Okay.
survival, yeah.
Because I'm not as affected by the cold also, I'll start to pull things away from the door, and I'll take a few steps out looking for a big cliff.
Great. So, perception for you,
Great.
survival for you. Val, you have advantage from City Racing Girl.
Thanks, City Racing Girl.
And KoKo, you have advantage from City Racing Girl.
Thanks, City Racing Girls.
6,
Okay.
What was it?
even with advantage.
Roll it again and take the higher one.
Oh, sorry. I had 2 and an 11.
So yeah, 11 plus that.
11 plus 5, so 16.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you managed to
Math.
with your supplies and your rope and what have you, you're starting to craft these little sleds, these little toboggans, not even toboggans. It's almost like those plastic shells that kids sled on. Yeah. You, I'm going to say, are able to, because you were working on something similar too, right? You're able to, between the two of you, craft 2 of those, and you made a survival check as well, so you have 3. I'll say you have, out of the rope that you have and the shells that you have, you're able to make 3 of these
But
small
then,
sleds.
plus she has a shield,
And also her shield
so
too.
that's 4.
Yeah,
Your mirror's not big enough to do that on.
yeah.
Well, you know from experience
can
that Otto
carry
is small
Octavius.
enough.
Okay,
to-
okay, great. Okay.
You also walk out to the closest ledge, and the area of rock that you are at now, because you fell off the higher part of the mountain down to like the less than the middle, because you were in the middle of the mountain, so you're down about 3/4 of the way. The last quarter of the mountain starts to slope, and it's much more jagged.
Okay.
So there's not as many cliffs to jump off of.
Okay.
You do see, however, one of those valleys or crevices not much further down the mountain.
Okay. But no great, like, sheer cliff faces that we can just make a quick jump off of.
No, you personally
Yeah.
don't notice any easy jumping off points.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't see any good jumping cliffs. That's a weird thing to say. But there looks like a good place. This sort of a crevice that we can might be good for sledding.
Okay.
Would a sled first and then we could jump?
Maybe.
As far as the jumping is concerned, I was thinking that if you guys do that spell, because birds have wings, maybe we could fashion some type of wings so we
Glider?
can glide further as we're floating.
Are you an engineer of sorts?
Oh, no, but I probably could figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
The spell only lasts a minute. just so-
Aerodynamics.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm quite exhausted, and I personally would not be able to cast that spell again before resting.
I can only cast it one time.
All right. Well, let's keep moving. Let's
Okay,
try the
let's
sleds,
sled.
and let's reassess when we get down there.
So switching to climb checks, because you're not actually sledding down, and you're not actually jumping down.
Are we not sliding down?
No,
He didn't find any spots.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
you have
that-
to
okay.
you have to get
I
to it.
misunderstood.
though.
Oh, okay,
You have to
got it.
climb over to it.
Got
and
it,
then
got
you
it.
Can I look for spots?
Yeah, of course.
All right, I'm
Is
gonna
it-
look for spots too.
Is it the kind of climb that a rope would help?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like I would know based on just like living underground,
Yeah.
and I would understand the way that like how to properly slide down, how to properly climb up.
Yeah.
Because everything is like
Yeah.
you know.
You have much more mountaineering experience, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, Otto, you have advantage from Dresden Dark.
Yes.
But you're
Oh,
at
but I'm at
disadvantage.
disadvantage, so
Straight
it's
roll.
neutral. Thank you. Natural 20.
So, Otto,
Nice,
you
nice.
get over to the same spot that Val was, and
Okay.
you see why he saw what he saw, which is here's a valley. That looks accessible once we get over there. I don't see any jumping off cliffs. Wait a minute. There's a hole there. And as you get a little bit further out and you look down, you notice that there's an actual chute. Almost like a hole, like a hole has been opened up on the side of this mountain.
Sick.
And you see a pretty large fissure wrapping around the side of the mountain that's created this luge.
So
So if you can get the sleds over there,
Yeah.
you will fly down the side of this mountain.
Hey everyone, there is a super fast turn. It's gonna be very fun, but we have to get the sleds, and then I show
Right.
them
Right.
there, and then we're off to the races, you guys.
All right. I will pick Octavius up and like literally put them on my shoulders, or kind of like, all right, guide the way.
Thank you.
Follow me.
So everybody gets to do climb checks.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be athletics, probably.
So KoKo, you get advantage from Goofus McDorkle.
Thank you.
I will. I've got 50 feet of rope.
This is athletic.
I'll.
Anybody that has rope gets advantage without me having to use the advantages.
Okay,
here.
got
Oh,
it.
I thought
So
I
who-
have rope.
Who has rope?
I have rope.
I have rope.
I have rope.
I do not.
Okay. So
Not a surprise.
one of the links of rope got cut up to be used on the shields.
My-
Okay, great.
Yeah, so I don't have
Okay.
rope.
Right. Okay.
Just one link has to be.
So then, you have it, I have it, and you don't.
rope.
Oh
Okay.
yes, okay. So we have
That's
3
that's
ropes.
enough
Okay.
where you tie the rope together.
Great.
We're not going to use any of these advantages, so I take back what I said about KoKo's advantage. But thank you, Goofus McDorkle. We will use you soon enough. So all of you can roll with advantage because of the rope to get over to the luge.
Athletics.
Athletics.
Got it.
You will, in
And-
fact, roll 3 times.
Oh boy.
So the first one is a DC 10.
Oh.
Okay.
So you
30, 20.
don't
Okay.
forget exhaustion.
Yeah, so I only roll once.
Okay.
You only
Wait,
need to know
actually,
if
does
you
Octavius
fail.
need to roll at all?
No.
Can I still
Oh,
help
they're both
though?
high.
Because
Sure.
yeah, I want to be able to
So roll.
stabilize.
Sure.
Twice.
Oh, it's once.
So the first one's athletics.
Better.
Yep. It's all athletics.
Better.
That's much better.
16.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a 10. 10 is DC.
That's what you need. 10.
All right.
So
I got it too.
Okay.
we told
So-
you Adam rolls really well.
Okay. So no more rolling. You start to make your way over that direction, and as you're making your way over to that luge,
Welcome to the party.
Cristobal puts his sword cane down on the ledge, and it breaks away, and all of you start to tumble down. So
That was a much better.
yeah, that was a good one.
It was a quieter
So
scream.
everybody can make dex saves.
Oh,
And
man.
I'll tell you how much damage you're gonna take. You'll either take half damage or full damage.
Oof. Okay.
Oh wait, and any
Advantage,
advantages?
disadvantage.
Oh yeah. See, this is when the advantages come in.
Yeah, there we go.
KoKo, Goofus McDorkle advantage. Saint, Angel Devilson advantage.
Thank you.
Val, you are at a straight roll. Octavius,
Thank you.
advantage from City Racing Girl.
Thank you.
And Cristobal, advantage from City Racing Girl.
Thank you, City
Wait, no, no.
Racing
Did you have
Girl.
advantage?
You said what kind of saving
Yes.
throw?
No, then it rolled again.
Dex.
The advantage is always twice.
Oh, sorry.
Take the higher
Okay.
one.
Oh, okay.
To the higher one.
19 with disadvantage or straight roll.
21.
15.
Okay.
I didn't do a straight roll.
Adam's like 1.
Yeah, someone else had straight roll just because
Okay,
they
okay.
disadvantage on.
Yeah, I have.
And the exhaustion.
So it's a
doesn't
saving
affect
throw, so you don't
yourselves.
have the
So
disadvantage.
you two
You don't.
failed.
I'll keep my 19.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So 13 damage to each of you.
Oh, ouch.
And what's half of 13? 6 to damage
Wow,
to each
that's
of you.
half my health.
As you tumble down the side of this mountain, rocks hit you. you smack into a hard surface, you slide, and you tumble down, and that's where we're gonna go to intermission.
Oh man.
Oh, my neck hurts just thinking about it.
Yeesh.
We'll be back shortly, but don't go away. We're gonna have an exciting second half for you.
We're gonna use all those things.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Dungeon Run. So where we left our characters is they were hurtling towards their death.
Again.
No, they fell.
I actually have a thing there before.
Yeah.
So
Please.
as we have identified in the first half, Saint and Otto are connected through. Can you read the card again? Like remind everybody
yes.
Telepathy.
who it came from as well.
Does it say on here?
Should say at the top right there in the the first part.
Tepartos.
Tepartos.
Tepartos, from Tepartos. Mind link. All players place your hand at the temple of your head.
You did that.
2 party members do this first. Link their minds with each other. They may communicate with each other telepathically over any distance for 24 hours. Afterwards, you remember some of that person's memories, and they yours.
So as you're tumbling, all 5 of you, because of Cristobal's cane, tumbling down the mountain, in your head as you're slamming into rocks and hitting hard spots, you get a memory of chasing what looks like an identical version of her in the rain. And before you kind of yanked back into the reality that you're in, when you hit the rock's face, you are blown by a very, very large wind in one direction where you're taken off your feet. And just as you slam back into reality in this memory, your head slams against a wooden crate. So this is clearly, you realize that this is a memory shared between you and Saint. So that's
Good.
Yeah.
I love it.
And KoKo doesn't know about it.
That's right, because it's in their head.
You're learning. So going from the tumbling down the mountainside directly into grabbing your shield or your various crudely made sleds is more a necessary instinct, because you will get sucked into this luge.
Right.
And sliding down that without a sled and just bouncing along is just going to cause more bodily harm.
Ouch.
So instead of there being like a little moment of landing and recovery, all of you roll into it, grab your sled pieces, and immediately start to shoot down this luge. Luckily, Otto picked the perfect spot to sled down because it's a sheer, smooth surface, and you're able to, within a matter of moments, streak down the side of this mountain through this tube. And when it spits you out at the base of the mountain, you get spit out into that valley that you noticed further down, and it opens up. And on both sides of you are little cliffs, ledges. Immediately in front of you, as you shoot out of this tunnel, is a big mound of snow that you all luckily use to break your fall so you don't slam into the rock side on the opposite side of this cavern. So you bury yourselves in this snow and then pick your head out and dust the snow off of your body and look around at your immediate surroundings. And that's where you find yourselves on this beautiful map.
How far down was the luge?
I mean, hundreds, if not thousands of feet.
Are we anywhere near? Are we seeing trees?
You do see trees further down from where you're at, and you even see 1 or 2 frozen trees or bushes, because this is still permafrost, up on these ledges.
Is it warmer? Slightly?
Slightly. There's no, because you're in this valley, there's no wind chill, which makes a huge, huge difference. If you've ever been on the side of a mountain, if you're on the windy side, it's 20 degrees colder than if you're on the not so windy side.
All right, so we're on flat surface now, so we're walking through snow? Or?
Correct. Pretty thick snow, too.
All right.
None of you have snowshoes, so it's interesting going, you know.
I have talons.
And you do still have the wounds that you suffered from, bouncing down the side of that mountain that you, where the ledge broke away.
Fancy wizard, what was your name?
Cristobal.
Cristobal, are you all right?
No.
Yeah, same.
No, my leg is really hurt.
Okay.
Once I can rest, I will heal you.
Sure.
As we walk. Yeah, if you can walk.
Can you walk?
Yes, but it hurts.
I'm
Oh.
sorry.
What? So
Cristobal does not look like he's
Never been in the forest?
suffered much in his life.
probably not.
All of you have been through a lot in your life. Even Val, you've seen combat. Cristobal looks like
stuff.
Yeah, Cristobal looks like he's been taken care of.
Is it a collective like, oh?
No, he's legitimately wounded.
I guess.
I'm bleeding.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
he's
maybe.
legitimately in pain. I'm just saying he's not the kind of guy that's gonna take the wound and not
Say
vocalize
something.
it. Yeah.
Can we find some place maybe to sit down and rest?
Yeah, there's trees further down there. That'll help with the
warmer
fire.
down.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Light snowfall begins.
I will. I'll start to. I'll wrap an arm around you basically and help you walk.
Okay.
Huddle right into you.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
His body is hard, and not necessarily. I mean, he is pretty muscly.
Ladies.
He is pretty muscly, but you also just notice now that you're, touching him, that his scales have locked together, and they seem to be preventing the cold from even getting in. You've never seen anything like this before in your life.
You do not seem affected by the weather.
Yeah, I guess not. I've never really. I've never been in this kind of cold before, but I seem to. I don't know. Maybe my ancestors are from this kind of place. I have no idea.
Maybe there's no cold like this on the South Island.
Definitely not.
No.
I've been sledding before, but
Where did you go sledding?
there's some hills up near Lunarum.
Oh, you're from Lunarum.
Yes.
That's a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah. It's all right.
There is a royal family, but there used to be a lord up that way who was a dragonborn.
Yeah, they're still there.
Oh. Do you know them?
Yeah. Are you all right?
I'm very cold and my leg hurts
Yeah,
a lot and my shoes are not designed to be wet.
Do you want this
They are
warm
ruined.
pack?
These shoes are ruined.
All right.
Let's here. Do you want the warm pack?
Oh yeah, we got a little
Here.
warm.
That's a good
Put
idea.
it inside the armor we built you.
So he will take the warm pack, feel the heat, and instantly just clutch it like the...
Good.
His pearls.
Yeah, his pearls. Like he is just holding it here and just kind of
You
loses that.
immediately feel 10 times better.
Oh, you are a gift from God above. Thank you so much.
Don't take this as a personal question. How good of a wizard are you?
I am the court wizard of the Parsons. I am known far and wide as being a tremendous wizard of great power.
And you're also a lawyer?
A lawyer?
Because of the court.
No.
No, he's got jester shoes on.
The court is where the lords and ladies of the land, they attend each other and solve problems. And yes, there is some judiciary work, but that is not what I am a part of. I'm about helping with any magical means that may come to the Lord of the Parsons' interest.
Do you know any teleportation magic?
No, that was never my focus.
What kind of magic do you know?
Yeah, tell us your magic.
I know many things.
Can I insight check him?
If you want to.
Also, as you're insight checking him, the snow begins to, the size of the flakes begin to increase.
Otto does not understand snow.
Val wants out of here, and so the fact that there's a wizard is like, can you help me get out of here?
So, Val, you have advantage on your insight check from Ow My Knees.
Thank you, Al, my knees. Don't worry, I'm not very good at it.
You are not lying, correct?
I'm not lying.
Okay, so then you don't have to, you don't even have to roll.
11. Do I notice anything particular? I mean,
he definitely seems to like to, embellish and exaggerate and what have you, but you can just tell that from his general personality. Right. There's nothing that he has said thus far that has been a blatant lie.
Right.
He's definitely exaggerating some things, but
My magics were used for entertainment as well as information, not so much teleportation or battle.
How did you get here?
Baron Medulon came and he challenged me to a duel, and he cheated in ways that I have never seen.
And he transported you here?
Yes, he cast necrotic necromancy tile spells into the court. I do not know how many of the court has survived, but because of that, the Lady de Perron had gifted me with this mirror, and he shows you the mirror. And I do not know if it was her benevolence or God of Civilization's name.
Lumbra.
Or Lumbra's, but I was whisked away before I was dealt a fatal blow into the mirror.
So there wasn't any sort of elements or storm or anything else like that?
No, it was pure necromancy.
The snow starts to get even thicker.
It doesn't sound kind of like you went through what we went through, but I don't know. The fact that you and I ended up on the same mountain about hundreds of miles away from where we live feels like an awfully big coincidence.
You are from here, yes?
But not here.
I am.
I do not mean to be rude. You are unique beyond anything I have read in my books or seen in any scroll.
I get that.
Remind me your name?
Saint.
Saint. You say you might be able to heal me?
Yes,
Yeah.
once I have a rest.
Well, maybe we should take some rest now. Yes, like find our way to the trees, and you might be able to heal me now. Yes?
So we have a sprouted potato. Which unlocks our tier 1 nature card.
Thank you, Ow My Knees, for the sprouted
My
potatoes.
Knees.
Thank you very much.
So it's funny because Ron keeps saying this. This one's titled A Primal Storm.
Oh boy.
A primal storm begins to form on the horizon and might turn into a blizzard.
No.
Each card that is unlocked of either type after this one causes the storm to grow in veracity and 1 size category, 1 through 5.
No.
1 is notable, 2 is significant, 3 is major, 4 is crippling, and 5 is extreme. So this card will be in effect for all of this episode.
That's evil.
And all of next episode.
Oh
What?
that's
Next
vicious.
episode?
Yes.
What?
So right now, you see a storm way off in the distance, the one that I was alluding to earlier.
That is now beginning clearly to fall.
Yeah, that Ron keeps talking about, which is awesome. Here, Ron, I'm going to give you that card.
Thank you.
I
got a card.
So the way this works is the storm isn't a storm yet. You just see it off in the distance. But it's one of the very typical storms that TOS has.
Right.
And because of the area that you're in, wind, rain, hail, snow means blizzard. So each card that gets unlocked for the rest of this episode and all of next episode will increase that difficulty of storm.
And this type of storm is common in all biomes, amongst all islands. So the storms in this world are always considered very dangerous.
Yes, South Island included.
A South Island included.
Yeah. In fact, your dad's history
Is
revolves
involving
around
one of
that.
those.
Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you. Going back to the scene, all of you are kind of huddled together having this conversation.
Yeah, we're walking.
You're walking. Yeah.
Walk and talk.
You're huddled
Walk and
together and
trudge.
walking.
It's still cold.
I don't think the huddling ever stops.
I don't think you'll walk and trudge.
It just feels like Cristobal is just prattling. Like he is just trying
that's
to
right.
keep his sanity
Yeah.
at this point.
Without needing to make any kind of a roll, you hear a blood-curdling scream. And then you hear snarling and hooves crunching into the snow and heavy breathing and growling. Help me! Help me, please!
Saint
And-
books it towards the sound.
Great.
I'm gonna also book it.
So as echoing off the walls of the canyon, you see this figure running up through the snow, bounding through the snow, pretty gracefully actually. She looks like a mountain sheep.
With white wool.
White wool, goldish yellow horns. One of them is broken. A little bit of blood is trickling down the side of her face. She's completely terrified. And she keeps looking back over her shoulder behind her as she bounds through the snow. And none of you have seen anyone move this quickly through this much snow and difficult terrain. She looks very adept at it, but she looks, as I said, terrified.
Yeah, Val's probably hesitating, like following Saint and Otto, but then as soon as this mountain person who seems to know what they're doing, Val will definitely pick up the pace.
Great. So Saint, you're first. You said you were running towards it, so I'm gonna give you that. You get up to here and you see her. She sees you, and there's that moment of panic, but relief at the same time. Like there's someone else up here besides just me. Just as you see her lock eyes with you, behind her comes this large creature
Oh my goodness.
being ridden by a frost knoll.
What's a skunk hyena?
So
They're called
Not far.
skyenas.
Not far, actually. Not very far.
Zebra hyena.
Zebrina. Never mind.
before we get into initiative, anyone that would like to make a either Arcana or Nature roll can guess what that thing is.
I would love to do that.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm probably
I'll do
not
an
going to be good
Arcana.
at it.
You all recognize the frost knoll. Frost knolls are Arctic knolls that are barbaric and savage, and they're brutal. They are not only murderers but also scavengers, and they'll take advantage of anyone and anything they can to survive in the north. Worse than way worse than the frost giants.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When you said we can take a guess at what it is, are we just supposed to make up a name?
No, I'll tell you.
If you roll well enough, he'll tell you.
I was like, are we just gonna go
Gary.
That's
Is
definitely
Gary the Frost Knoll.
Although if I know anything about this group, it'll probably get nicknamed something.
Oh, it's Gary.
Yeah, well, there's a frost knoll riding this creature.
So
what you're
he's gonna
rolling
be
for is so you
ex-Gary.
can figure out what the creature is.
So nature.
So KoKo, you have advantage from Ashjor.
Thank you.
Saint, you have advantage from. Are you rolling?
No, I'm rolling it by D.
Okay.
Nature.
Cristobal, you have advantage from Slemonade.
Oh, that's
nice.
Oh, I meant I am rolling for this check.
That's what I was asking.
Okay.
You have advantage from Branded Nerd.
Thank you, Brandon Nerd.
And are you rolling anything?
Thank you, Lemonade.
I'm rolling Arcana.
Okay. You get
still
advantage
exhausted.
from. Yes, you are still exhausted. Advantage from Goofus McDorkle.
Thank you, Goofus
Which
McDorkle.
is canceled out.
Yes.
I missed that.
Did you get to it?
I got a good roll.
Oh.
Finally got one.
12, 10,
Okay.
This is Arcana.
Yes.
or nature.
This
Or
is
nature.
21.
Oh,
I got one.
Smarty boy,
I got one.
everybody.
Lemonade.
We got a wizard. The wizard shut up.
So, you two have no idea what this thing is that it's riding.
I don't care.
You know
yeah.
that it's called a Lucrota,
The Crota.
but you have no idea what it is beyond that. It looks like has the head of a badger, but it's missing its sharp teeth. They actually look like little plates in its mouth that are meant for grinding. Legs of a deer.
What?
beautiful.
The body of a large hyena covered in dripping foul ichor. So black ooze is actually pouring out of its butts.
I like to think that Uncle Jeb Jeb has hand-drawn a bestiary that has this animal in it.
By the way, whose tail is that? That's none of those animals.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's tail of a hyena.
Oh, tail of a hyena. Okay.
It's,
Lion's
Short
tail.
tails.
it's
This one's got
also,
a long one.
because you rolled so well, it's also infused
Confusion
with
is
I know animals.
demonic energy.
It's infused with demonic energy.
Yes.
Yikes.
It in fact is part demon. It is not a demon, but it is part demon. And if there's anything that you would know about gnolls and Lucrota, is that they both have a ravenous, endless appetite. They are never full. They are never, ever satiated. Their lust for blood and violence and rampage is insatiable.
So you're saying they're bad?
Yes.
No, okay.
Damn it,
And
Kari.
this knoll, who has kind of like a weasel-like appearance. It's got a long, stretched face, big muzzle, tons of little fangs, scars on its cheek and its chest, wearing thick hides, is riding on top of this thing with really just like a little length of rope around its neck that it's holding onto, and then pinching with its legs. And it also is wielding a weapon and salivating profusely as it's chasing this Ramhidi down.
Yikes. Okay.
Roll initiative.
Oh, great.
This is when you get to take over.
That's right.
Whoop, whoop.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody roll initiative.
Getting into battle.
Yeah, I got it. We have advantage.
Oh, yay.
From Astro.
Oh, that's nice.
So
KoKo,
bad.
you're at a flat roll. Saint, you have advantage from Drew from IT. Val, you're at a flat roll.
Okay.
Otto, you have advantage from Ow My Knees.
Thank you, my knees.
Thank
And
you,
Cristobal, you are at a flat roll, and that's it.
Didn't roll that great.
Oh, very bad. A natural 20.
I got a nat 20.
Hey!
You're supposed to be at a 22.
The only roll that doesn't really have
And by the way, exhaustion does affect
Ability
initiative
checks.
rolls.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. 19.
1 second, I'll call each person by
Sure.
name. Let me get this down real quick for myself.
I love that Cristobal is starting to really shine in combat. Like, that's when he's really known to really do
I
his
have not
thing.
rolled above an 8 so far, and I've rolled 6 dice.
Well, that's good because they're already partially wounded. So.
Yeah, I know. I know. All right, Octavius Boxcutter.
21.
21. Valcorio Lunaris.
19.
19. Saint.
21.
21.
Whoa.
Cristobal de la Cruz.
22.
22. And KoKo Aldershadow.
4.
Jeez, I rolled a 19 and I'm still 4th.
All right, as the snow begins to fall and you see this female Ramhini running for her life away from the Lucrota and the knoll, it is Cristobal's turn.
I assume Octavius has higher dex than Saint. Yeah.
That is what this told me, yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So, Cristobal, Octavius, Saint, Valcorio, KoKo.
So the Lucrota?
Lucrota.
You said it was
Oh,
demonic.
by the way, it's intelligent.
Sweet.
It's not so much that the knoll is writing it,
Yeah.
as much as it's telling the
All
knoll where
that
they're going.
snarling and barking is actually them talking to each other.
Awesome. You said it was demonic energy?
Very much so.
Magical?
It's got demonic blood.
Okay, fair enough.
Like tieflings are
Right.
born from,
Understood.
devils and demons. Same thing.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I think I'm 120 feet.
I would think so.
Am I within that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
It's a big map,
I
everybody.
think so. Yeah, I think you're 120.
Yeah, that's 100, so definitely.
Excellent. He's going to scream.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still like right next to you.
Sure. Take his cane, thrust it forward, and cast magic missile at the Lucrota.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Aiming for the Lucrota.
Okay.
Specifically the legs, if I can.
Well, magic missiles just seek the
Right,
body.
so it's just the body.
Yeah.
All right, so shooting it at the Lucrota, and then he is going to dive behind the closest thing that would be yes. He's gonna,
You're going to say, then he dies.
He fires magic missile and dies.
Go ahead and roll your magic missile damage for me.
Magic missiles always
For
hit.
those at home, magic missiles always hit. There is no save.
Really?
Or,
Yeah, it's a real good spell.
Yep.
Yep, it's no
Especially
complaints
when you
here.
cast it at
Are you casting
higher
first or
spells.
second?
I will cast it at second level.
Yeah.
I will cast it at second
Gain
level.
+1 missile.
Oh yeah. Plus
So
1
4
missile.
total.
4 total. So here
Each
comes
missile
those.
is 1d4 plus.
Let's see, that's 3.
Yeah, 1d4 +1.
6, 7. Plus 2 is 9.
Total?
Plus
Oh, okay.
4 is 13.
13 damage. Yeah, each one of your missiles, one flying over the shoulder of Saint, a couple flying right past the Ramhidi, slamming into
Poor
the
woman.
Lucrota. The Lucrota seems to take it, appeared
from your distance, hard to see because it is starting to
Sure,
snow.
yeah.
But definitely to you, Saint, it seems that the Lakota did not expect that, but doesn't seem too affected by it.
Didn't even slow it down.
Not much.
Copy.
What do your magic missiles look like?
That's an excellent question. I would imagine they are beautiful shades of color that match whatever outfit he's wearing.
Sure, of course.
So it's almost like they're
Accessorizing.
exactly. They're almost coming out of his cuff as like a handkerchief and floating towards them in a dramatic fashion.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. That's the only way Cristobal does anything.
Next is Octavius Boxcutter.
Yeah. So is it safe to say that the baddies are engaged with either the one they are chasing or Cristobal?
Engaged usually means within 5 feet, but what specifically are you?
I'm just trying to sneak attack, see if I can sneak attack.
No, unfortunately not right now.
That's okay.
Yeah, they need to be within 5 feet of each other.
And you're still at half speed.
I'm still at half speed, yeah. I'm just lagging behind. I'm gonna whip out my crossbow.
Oh yeah, nice.
So Octavius takes out their homemade crossbow and launches an arrow to try to hit the biggest target would probably be the Lakota.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna aim for them.
All right, great.
Please. Okay. Does a where is it? 18 hit.
Yes.
Nice.
There you go.
Woo! All right. Okay, and then
Up next will be Saint, and after Saint will be Valcorio.
hits for 10 damage.
10 damage, nice. Yeah. So Octavius, do you move at all?
Where am I?
You're right there.
Yes.
in between
I would like
KoKo
to move
and
behind
Val.
that rock.
5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
Yes.
Octavius, clearly kind of moving slowly from how cold
Bonus action
they
dash,
are.
he's only at 15
He
feet.
pulls his crossbow as he's moving and plugs one through the snow, easily hitting the Lakota in the shoulder, causing it to stumble slightly, but not enough for the.
Who did this?
Octavius.
Oh.
Strong crossbow.
Yeah, I have a crossbow. Launches my crossbow, and then because I'm exhausted, I can only run that far.
Well, you have a bonus action.
You do have-
Then I use the rest of my bonus action to dash against behind there, and it's sort of like using my inertia, so it's less of a dash and more of a roll.
Right. Like you stumbled into the roll.
Get to safety.
All right, that is the end of Octavius Boxcutter's turn. Saint.
So Saint is going to continue to run towards this sheep lady.
Okay.
I have 35 feet, and
Oh yeah, because you're nice and
she's
tall.
fresh out of spells. Oh, it's her elven ancestry. I think we both have 35 feet from being a wood elf. So she can't get in within melee distance to use her warhammer, so she will... You say I have to use an action to load my crossbow, right?
If you've already shot it and you don't have anything to remove the ammunition or the loading feature of a crossbow, yes, it takes a turn.
But it's probably loaded at this point.
Yeah, I would
used
say
it
at
since
this.
last battle.
I would
Yeah.
still say at this point you've probably had enough time to reload it
Okay.
before.
Okay, I don't have to declare that necessarily between
Right. Yeah, I
battles.
assume that you're probably pretty understanding how crossbows work as Saint, so would have loaded it prior to, especially in danger.
Okay. Yeah, so she will shoot her light crossbow at whomever looks faster. Well, I mean,
Well,
I guess
it's
it's
riding
it's
on
riding
top
it,
of
right?
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm getting confused because I'm looking at it.
The big boy.
Okay, so I'll shoot it at the rider.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Does she have advantage or anything like that?
Oh yeah.
Saint, you have advantage from just Jewel.
Oh,
way to go, Jules.
Because that was a 4. And that's a natural 1.
Oh no!
I'm sorry to have cursed this side of the table. Yeah.
I mean, luckily it was advantage, so your nat 1 is not a nat 1; it's the actual 4 that we go with. But what does that give you? Your total?
4 plus 4.
8. Unfortunately.
Plus 2, actually.
Oh, plus 2. Unfortunately, that crossbow goes wild, missing the rider and disappearing into the darkness.
Okay. Can I use my bonus action to reload it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can reload.
All right, it's
No, it's actually getting lighter.
it's getting
isn't it?
lighter.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
sun's
Darkness from the storm of snow.
Oh, I got you.
Got
And
it.
she will shout to this sheep woman, I'm coming! Just run right behind me and my friends will protect you.
as she's running, you run up and she catches eye on you, like you said, described before. Now you're getting closer. Her eyes kind of go wide, and she goes, "Okay, I will." And it is now Valcorio's turn.
Valcorio. Just Val. Just Val.
Sorry, Val.
Just Val.
Welcome back to Just Val. Okay, great. I mean, there's a lot going on, and Val doesn't have much in the way of ranged weapons at the moment. So I'm going to see Saint about to get herself in trouble, and so I'll use all 60 feet. I'll fully dash.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Perfect. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Val, run up next to you and say, "What are we doing?" Throwing the rapier.
We are protecting the vulnerable.
Right. Okay.
Who cannot protect themselves.
She looks like she knows where she looks like she knows something about the mountain area. So yeah, all right. Yeah, get behind us.
All right, next is the Lucrota's turn.
Uh-oh.
And the Lucrota is going to move 50 feet.
Okay.
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
5,
I mean,
10,
it's got
Runs
legs
right past us.
Razor blades for hands.
20,
Flamethrower for mouth.
25.
Who created this monster?
It's very large, but it
is very
a tiny
large.
gate.
As it goes by, you can see the Ramhidi's nose kind of goes up and her face sours, and she needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Playing D&D with yourself.
You're doing great, Ron.
Thanks.
She has to make a She has to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay.
She all of a sudden, as it comes by, she vomits into the snow and sort of begins to try to turn. And as she does,
I mean, I get it.
the Lucrota takes a bite at her.
Oh no!
Do we have advantage? Nope. Straight roll for me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That'll hit.
For a 21, which hits.
Ooh. Yikes!
Bites her on the haunch. Ooh.
Not her haunch.
Not her haunch. Leave that haunch
She
alone.
screams in pain. Oh!
Oh. Oh, poor goat woman.
And it. I can roll. It kicks off of her as it runs away.
Take an attack of opportunity, goat woman.
She's a mountain shape, not a goat.
I'm sorry.
She will, in fact, take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
And what you see is she
Don't take
turns
that
her
from them.
head and she goes, "Bah!" And a sound wave comes out of her mouth,
Whoa.
slamming into the Lucrota. It
Whoa.
needs to make a saving throw,
Whoa.
which it succeeds well, but the Gnoll also needs to make one.
Take it, Noel.
Take that knoll.
Oh, I'm not rolling with. Why am I rolling advantage? I should not be.
Yeah, it's just a regular.
Reroll them.
So, well, I chose the other one, so I'll choose the same one that I chose before, and it fails. And what you see is when that sound wave hits the knoll, it freezes, and it seems to fall off the back of the Lucrota,
Nice.
Amazing.
prone into the snow.
But it didn't die.
No, you can see a bit of blood, especially those who are close. You two, Saint and
Yeah.
Val, can see a bit of blood begin to seep from its nose as it lays paralyzed in the snow.
This ledge here is that a sheer rock ledge? What is that?
It is this is more of a slope. These are slopes upwards. So
Upwards,
they
right?
go upwards.
So the Lakota is
kind of running off the side.
Got it. And so there's like a slope right next to it.
Right.
Okay. But it's,
You could still, because it is a large creature,
Yeah.
you can still, even though this is in front of it,
Yeah.
it's not giving it too much cover.
Got
so
it.
can
Thank
still,
you.
yeah,
Okay,
can
good to
still
know.
attack
Thank
it. Next would be the Knoll's turn, but it is paralyzed.
way to go, sheep lady.
And now it is the sheep lady's turn. Seemingly surprised that worked, she runs behind both of you, cowering, sort of grabbing onto the thigh with her head between your legs, looking at what's going on.
It's a good plan.
Team Heidi.
Saint
Hashtag Team
flexes
Heidi.
her leg for sure when she grabs on.
Oh, nice.
I think that's it for her.
Self-conscious about my legs.
No, I will protect you. My legs are
Next
strong.
is KoKo.
Okay,
just
the Lacrota is that wall thing that it's
This
doing?
is the Lacrota. The knoll is laying
Yeah.
prone on the
But
ground.
is it like running up the side of a wall?
It
Like,
appears
what is
that it is about to come to you. It seems to be looking at you. You're all by yourself.
But is that a wall? What is that?
Here?
Yeah, yeah.
No, as I described to him, it's a slope that it's kind of
I'm sorry, I
using
missed
to.
Oh, I see.
It's clearly intelligent enough to make tactical decisions,
Okay.
Right.
and is attempting to use that as some form of cover.
You're too big. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
kind of. Okay,
No one
so
says they're smart.
Right.
so because it's heading straight for KoKo.
Yeah, I mean it's staring
Yeah.
right at you.
Yep.
You should get out of
In
the
fact,
way.
the Lacrota mimics when she cries out in terror. The Lacrota mimics it exactly.
It's almost like a complete mimic. It's hard to tell who came.
It made it look so much creepier.
It's the exact same.
This thing is
So
just
creepy.
awful.
And after it does that, you can see kind of a grisly grin on his face.
In fact, the more grossed out and creepified all of you are, the happier this creature becomes.
Great.
It is your turn.
Do we notice that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's clear.
We got to put our brave faces.
Smiling and laughing the whole
Ew.
time.
So KoKo notices this weird call and response thing, and is like, "Oh, cool games, let's go."
Worst
so,
improv
improv game, yeah. And yells to everybody, start yelling, like start yelling things to distract it.
Sure.
As she's running toward, drawing my bow.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do a dreadful strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna move or just stay?
Well,
where
yeah,
you're
I'm
at?
gonna run. I'm running toward them.
Towards
while
it?
I'm
How?
so
Okay,
excited.
so
Toward us.
Oh, how far can I?
she would have to.
Your
If she's
bow- your bow's
attacking,
range
so
is
it's
like-
just her.
Okay.
normal
Oh,
range.
okay.
It's a
I
long.
guess
So
I don't
you're
really
totally
need
fine.
to. I could just
Yeah,
stay
you
put.
don't need to move.
Yeah, you guys should. There.
Okay.
So make your attack.
You have advantage from Chifrikas.
Whoop,
Oh,
whoop.
thank you, Chifrikas.
Do it.
And using the
Longbow.
dreadful strike.
Dreadful strike.
Dreadful strike
Cool.
happens when she
Hits.
hits it. Yeah.
Okay, so make an attack roll for me.
Roll it again.
Roll again, advantage.
Just to see. Oh, wow.
19 both times. Plus what? Plus 5. Oh, okay.
you
24.
You hit.
Yeah, you definitely hit that. So with your dreadful strike, you're going to roll the normal damage for your longbow, which is 1d8,
Yeah.
and then you'll also roll an additional 1d4
Yep. Nice.
Nice.
Plus 3.
plus 3 to all of that.
Yeah.
6, 9.
So 9 damage. The rest of you see when that arrow lodges itself in the neck of the Crota, it kind of winces and a little bit of blood comes out of its nose as well.
Yeah.
Does
Don't
she
forget you
divine-
also have your magic arrow too.
Oh yeah.
Right. It's a plus
with
1.
Dreadful Strike, isn't that the viney thing? Or no? Is
That's
that
No,
ensnaring.
that's
That's
your
ensnaring
ensnaring
strike.
strike. Yeah, that's your spell.
I don't know if I did the wrong one.
That
Okay.
was still effective.
Still
Well,
good.
the
Okay.
dreadful strike happens anytime you do an attack,
Right.
more or less. The ensnaring strike costs a spell slot. It's an actual.
I think you might be actually out of. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have to.
Yeah.
I believe you are.
But you were saying something about the magic arrow.
Yeah, you still have it
Can I still use it now?
on your next turn.
On
yeah.
my next turn.
Yeah.
All right, we're at top of the round. Cristobal.
Hearing
definitely
KoKo scream, he's going to yell, "First, so last year!" And he's going to cast grease on the ground that the Lucrota is on.
All right.
You cast grease?
I didn't know
Grease.
that
It's
was
a spell called Grease.
Yep.
It's a classic.
Is it what it sounds like?
It is
It
a
is
10-foot square of grease designed to.
Amazing!
And with the deer legs, it's going to be like Bambi. Only
It's like a banana peel, some ice action.
So I need to make a dexterity saving throw. Is that
There'll be a
correct?
slide
yes,
whistle.
it is. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Nice, Cristobal.
Lucrota, you are targeting. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. No advantages, right? For me.
No.
Nope.
Good. Okay, so just straight dexterity because that's it. Oh, an 18.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Does it suffer any mental damage from realizing it's wearing last year's fashion?
It doesn't seem to be
That's
or
disappointing.
understand fashion
That's
really to
disappointing.
this point.
It's really
Whatever.
It does stay there. The
Yes,
grease
it does.
does stay there, and it does create difficult terrain. So we'll slow it down a little
Okay,
bit.
that's
All right,
that's
all
cool.
right.
Teamwork.
I am then going to yell to KoKo, "You should get out of the open!" And then I'm going to hustle down to behind the rock. If I can get one more step, I'd like to be like, you're still in the open, and I'm going to duck down behind the rock.
The Cristobal Mini, by the way, is gorgeous.
They're great.
Very
Even
dapper.
the rings. Ron even painted the rings, everybody.
I did. I painted the rings, and also I spent an inordinate amount of time on your ascot. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So since we're top of the round, we got another Cosmic Yam.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
What that
Wait a
means
minute.
is the storm is now a category 1.
Great.
No. It's only when cards get enacted.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So.
It's the Cosmic Yam, not the card. Okay,
it's
got
just
it.
a Cosmic
But thank
Yam.
you for
We
the
haven't
yam.
unlocked the tier 2 cards. But thank you, Al My Knees. We
Yay,
greatly
Al My
appreciate it.
Knees.
We also got balloons from Angel Devilson. Oh, thank you, Angel Devilson.
All right, so next is Octavius Boxcutter.
Oh boy, there's so much happening.
What are you gonna yell?
Engaged.
Oh, Octavius, in hearing KoKo's just beautiful cry, yells, oh God.
That's good.
Yeah, that's it. Oh God! With all of their might. And I'm actually, in the spirit of being an arcane trickster, I would love to pull as hard as my mage hand can pull on that tail of the Lakota diagonally, so it looks sort of like the his friend did it.
Okay. So you're essentially trying to distract.
Yes. Distract.
Cool.
All right.
You must be an arcane trickster.
That they are.
You don't have to roll an attack. It would actually be a skill check because even though you're using your mage hand, you're trying to get it to look that way. It's almost like
It's deception.
Hey, look at that shiny thing over there. That kind of thing. Yeah, it is
Sleight of
deception.
hand or deception?
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
deception.
Okay.
And you are at advantage from Shafrikas. But you are exhausted.
Straight roll,
I'm
yes.
exhausted.
Come on.
Oh God. But it's okay. No, it's 6.
Okay.
It's just a 6.
So you tug on this thing's tail, but it's also standing in grease. All these things are yelling at
Going
it.
on.
Its rider fell off.
It doesn't know which one to.
So it looks around like it's confused, but it's also just like pure chaos hitting it at the same time. Yeah.
Which is good.
And you also hear from its mouth, "Oh God!"
That's extra weird because it's
Horrifying.
in the Ramhidi's voice.
It's a little confused. It's a little confused.
That's fair.
There's a lot going on.
I'm gonna run behind the other rock. This one.
This one over here?
Yeah.
Okay. With your dash and whatnot.
Yeah.
Saint, it is your turn. After Saint will be Val.
All right, so Saint should have enough movement to run up to the
The knoll.
the Lakota.
Oh, okay. Careful, the grease is still there.
Yeah, I can stay. Can I stay outside of the grease and
Yeah, I
still
mean
attack it?
it's a 10-foot square.
Yeah, so
right.
it's
So
the
yeah,
large.
it's basically underneath the Lakota right now. So you totally.
Yeah. Okay. So she stows her crossbow and pulls out her magnificent, gorgeous warhammer, and will
joke.
wail on it.
All right. Make an attack roll.
Wail on
Anything
it.
at it while you wail on it?
You know, actually, I do want to do one more thing before I leave the sheep woman. We don't know her name yet, right?
No.
She
She's a Ramhidi.
she is a Ramhidi,
Yeah.
also known as sheep woman.
Sheep
Yes.
woman.
Yeah.
I'm
She'll,
gonna call it Ramhidi.
That's actually what it means in Swedish.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
Sheep woman.
she's flexing her thigh very hard to show that she's very, very strong. She does it unconsciously.
Doesn't skip leg day.
She's not aware she's doing this. And she gently shakes off her hands and she turns around and she hands her shield to her and says,
All right.
Nice.
"Protect yourself." And then she runs up.
Okay.
And
Nice.
she will scream, "You're getting a laugh out of this, are you? So am I." Because she's seen that it's like in
Yeah, of course.
the
Absolutely.
message. She's using reverse psychology.
Sure.
You know what? They are vulnerable to reverse psychology. Who knew? Like, I mean, come on.
Taunt us, Ron.
The sarcasm is thick. And That's coming from me.
I rolled to hit and it's very bad. Do I have advantage?
You do, from the Cosmic Lord.
Thank you. I rolled a 2.
Come on, Saint.
Man,
Come on, Saint,
this
come
one rolled
on.
me a natural 20 earlier. So
You
I'm
have to
like,
wield with
come
2
on.
hands though, because you gave it her shield, right?
Yeah.
I can wield with 2 hands.
sure
Thank
do.
you.
Do more damage.
Thank you so much. I don't think I wrote down what.
It's a
what
D10.
It goes up a
D10.
Yeah, it goes up a dice.
Okay, that's an 18 to hit.
Yes, yes, yes.
For sure.
Yes. Thank you. Please, do me some good damage. 10.
Whoa.
10 damage.
Whoa.
10 confirmed.
0 is
10
10.
You rolled a d10. You rolled a d10. just
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
10 plus 2.
Plus 2 bludgeoning.
So 12 bludgeoning.
Nice.
As as Saint, reassuring the sheep woman, and making it her way towards the Lucrota, taunting it in her own voice, pulling her warhammer and gives it a good smack right on its back thigh, and you can hear sort of a little bit, and you see it wince, and it turns to you.
You should have been flexing.
Nice.
And it says to you, "We'll see how well your bones flex when I chomp on them."
Oh no.
That's not
I
what
didn't
she
think
said.
She speaks common. Okay.
And
Valcorio.
it talks.
Valcorio.
Valcorio. No, you're fine, buddy. Okay, so yeah, since the Lucrota is turned towards Saint, Val would like to use this moment that it's distracted and also still standing in grease to, can I kind of parkour up this ice and jump on its back?
Parkour.
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
Is that why you're gonna yell and make him yell?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna yell, I guess this is what we're doing! And rushing up and trying to,
Yeah.
I seem to be good in the ice and snow, so I'm gonna run up and jump on this thing's back.
So acrobatics.
Nice.
'Cause,
Val.
that's how it works with Civ. Valcorio, you have advantage from Vein Dead.
Thanks, Vein Dead. Yes. 17.
That'll do it.
Um,
So you run, jump, leap off the top of this
Incredible.
pile of ice.
Yeah.
And you come down with your rapier.
I mean, I'd like to just land on it and stay on it, and then if that's my movement, I will definitely rapier it right in the back of the neck.
Okay.
Using the strength of your thighs.
That's right.
I'm actually going to go ahead and say also that the weight of you jumping high and landing on its back is going to force it to make another save on the grease,
Nice.
in that breath.
Yes, I love that.
Nice.
which it makes with flying.
Okay,
dice.
fine.
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 Sorry, buddy. I not my dice. Not my dice.
No, you're kidding. So a rapier attack, do I have advantage?
Nope.
Okay.
Straight roll.
Nat 20!
Don't need the
Come on! Come on,
So
big
that is, of course, a
boy.
critical, so roll double the dice.
Come on. Oh, yes, that is 18 points of piercing damage right in the back of the head.
Oh my god.
And
Incredible.
as you run, jump, using this ice block, surprisingly not slipping, jumping high, grabbing, pulling your rapier and grabbing, slamming down on its head, and the rapier goes straight through its skull, and its eyes cross, and it falls down.
Wow. So that's how you kill a half-demon, a demonic, whatever. Or
I
not
guess
a
so.
demonic,
One way.
I definitely think the shouting helped, though.
Next would be the Lucrota, assuming you're finished.
That's probably my movement in action.
Also make a dexterity saving throw as you land.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, sure. Yes, dex saving throw 18.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, so Val steps down off this, yanking his sword out,
And you're like,
and still basically points to the knoll behind, saying to go behind you.
Next would be the Lucrota, but it is dead.
Straight in
So after that is the knoll, and the knoll flips itself over in the
Straight
snow
up.
and begins to crawl itself ferociously towards the Ramhidi.
Hey!
Really?
Rude.
Soup's rude.
It attempts to grapple her,
What?
No, our friend.
Okay.
and a post check. Playing D&D with yourself.
Use that shield, baby girl.
And
Yeah, use that
she's
shield.
able to kind of duck as
Nice.
as it
without a lot of focus, try to grab her, but it has more than one attack, so it tries to grab her again.
Really
This
trying to grab
time
her.
succeeds. You see the gnoll grab her, pull her close to itself, and pull its claws and put them close to her neck, and begins to drag her back.
Oh.
Hey!
No!
And you hear her scream, help me, please, I don't want to die. Next is the Ramhidi woman, who
Yourself, girl, you could do it.
You got this. Use that shield.
you see you see fear in her face, and then she steels herself and she grabs the gnoll's thigh and casts a spell.
Ooh, well.
More thighs.
There's so much thighs in this episode.
So much
one has
So
thigh
many
grabbing.
thighs. The
the title of the
gnoll
episode. So
has
much
to make a
thighs.
saving throw. So much thighs. Gnoll saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, passes.
Okay.
For those of you who are nearby and are magically inclined, you are. Yep, you're more than welcome to roll an Arcana check if you'd like
Yeah.
to determine what spell she cast.
I assume we're too far away.
I'm
You're a
sure.
little
Sure.
far.
I'll give it. Yeah. I'm nearby.
Oh, I'm too far.
I'm definitely
just
noticing.
Val, you're a straight roll.
Thank you.
And Saint, you have advantage from Gateway Guy.
No
Gateway
idea.
guy, thank you, Tony.
I got a 5.
Not real sure
Yeah,
what
no
that
idea.
was.
Okay, that's a 15.
She attempted to cast Charm Person.
Oh.
Okay.
Full
KoKo, it
surprises.
is your turn.
Oh boy, you know.
That's what KoKo Spencer
There
turned
it
doing. That was something.
Yeah, probably wondering how I got here.
Yikes, am I right?
Hachi-machi.
Yikes.
She gives a full Rodney Dangerfield necktie.
Okay. How far can I run toward them?
35.
35, and if you want to dash, you can do your full turn would be 70.
But then that's it.
Yeah.
You could take another shot with your bow,
Then you
but
could yell something.
probably.
Maybe.
How accurate am I with that bow? If
You're
he's
very accurate.
dragging?
What happens when a creature is holding onto another creature like that is that they're going to get partial cover because their body is in front, in between the two of you.
And this very much appears to be he's using her
As a
as a
shield.
shield.
Yeah.
Human shield. Not cool.
Boy, what are my options?
Well, you can certainly close.
I mean, yeah, you can
Close
run
distance.
closer to it, and probably still, even if it's a harder shot, worth taking a shot.
Can I run to this side of behind the dash
15,
behind this
15, 20,
rock?
25, 30, 35. Your whole turn would be to get over there.
Yeah.
That would take your action to run that far. But.
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you can get over there, sure.
All right, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you can certainly, if he doesn't move, you certainly have a clearer shot from that point. Yeah,
Cool.
of course.
Okay.
Next.
Are you still shouting?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Like, oh gosh, I don't know.
I think you're shouting, oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh, jeez.
What are you doing?
Cristobal, it is your turn.
Cristobal is like, he sticks his head out, unhand the lady! And then he's not going to move. But he will cast sleep on the gnoll.
Oh!
That will also possibly affect the Ramhidi. just so
I'm
you know.
okay with
Okay,
that.
perfectly fine. So roll. So sleep is basically no save.
Right.
He rolls a
Hit
certain number of
58.
hit points,
Yeah.
and then that number of hit points.
Sleep is such a weirdly complicated
far
spell
reach
for
sleep.
for
It's
a
90 feet, yeah.
for a first level.
All right, let's see what it goes here. I don't know how messed up that
He's a
gnoll is.
wizard.
but-
That's his
know.
thing.
It's the only thing you could do.
That's literally the only thing you can do.
Having
That's all I got,
finished last campaign.
What was your?
That and look good.
Let's see. That is
fun.
10 plus 16 is 26 plus 6 is 32.
He seems to, a light. How does this spell manifest through?
So I imagine he brings his hand forward and his hair just kind of flows forward and this breeze just wafts through the air and that's accompanied with this like cologne-like smell and he's just and that's so the idea is this like orally is it orally or nose
Olfactory.
olfactory is what that's the idea.
As he seems to, his eyes seem to
waver a bit, and he shakes his head.
He has too many hit points.
Still, he hasn't been injured yet.
Yeah, he only got
He got blasted.
incapacitated.
I thought that would did him some
He didn't get blasted.
Oh,
He got incapacitated by
incapacitated.
by the-
So no damage.
Darn, that was my bad. Sorry, y'all.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, it's a good move.
And then yeah, he's well, I guess he'll move a little closer. He's gonna get on the other side of Otto.
Hiding.
Say it's the Otto and Cristobal hiding show.
I've noticed you're the smartest of the people in Melrose, so I'm just gonna hang with you.
Octavius, it is your turn.
All right, here we go. Oh boy.
Technically, she's considered an ally, so you would get sneak attack.
He is
if you
engaged
decide
now.
Yes.
Correct. Shoot.
Feeling bolstered by Cristobal's compliment.
Brave Cristobal.
Yes. brave Cristobal's comment. I go, I got this. And I get in front of Cristobal.
Yes, you do.
And I launch my crossbow at
The Frost Knoll.
the Frost Knoll.
Okay. You are at a straight roll.
No, never mind.
Oh no. Okay, that's fine. You said it's a straight roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that is 7.
That misses, unfortunately.
Well, you didn't
Or
hit.
9 actually, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't hit her either, so yeah, that misses.
Thank goodness for that much.
The crossbow goes flying over his shoulder.
Consider this a warning.
Next is Saint.
Come on, Saint.
Yeah, Saint runs over to the knoll and will wail on it with her warhammer again.
Whale on it.
Wail on it.
Double-handed whale.
She will
It does have cover.
it has cover from
Her.
her.
It just means its AC is slightly higher, though.
Yeah.
Um,
Partial cover, so it's not a ton.
Right.
Can she first take her shield from the lady?
Yeah, it would be probably pretty easy to do. I would say that's fine.
Here, give me that.
Yeah.
She thinks you're coming to help her, and you're just coming to get your shield back.
I tried.
I will say
Thanks,
this,
I
don't
just
know
wanted
if you could
this.
Take it and don it in the same
Right,
round,
right.
unless that's your whole turn.
If you're just trying to get it back and not use it as a shield, yes. But if you're trying to use it as a shield, you probably can't do that.
What she will do is she will make eye contact with the lady and take the shield from her grasp and then thunk, whip it into the knoll's face.
All right, I like that. A shield bash, so to speak.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that would be an improvised weapon.
Okay.
So you're going to use your strength modifier, so it's your normal
Just a
attack
straight
as your warhammer, since you're proficient with the shield.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and she's trying to knock this knoll out.
Okay, so non-lethal damage is what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just so you all know, any attack that you make can be non-lethal, so
Right.
that if you do not want to kill the target, just let me know. Doesn't make it hard or anything. Just so I know.
But the Lacrona murked.
Full. That thing sucks.
Would my attack bonus be
Same one you use for your warhammer.
for my warhammer? So it's a 23.
That
Whoa.
hits for sure.
Nice.
It is an improvised weapon, so the damage will be 1d4 plus
Yeah.
your strength modifier.
Yeah, it's okay.
Ow.
You're very strong.
That's a
though.
3.
All right. Sure enough, you all see her run up, gently take the shield from the lady, and violently slam it against the knoll's head, who kind of reacts, but it doesn't seem to hurt it too much.
Does it loosen its grip on her? at
Does
all?
not appear to loosen the grip.
All right, so she'll use her movement
It,
to.
in fact, enjoys the pain.
Seems to hit it in the face and
Didn't need that detail.
Just saying.
I feel like that's important.
This Noel's a
information.
weirdo.
yeah, I think that is important information.
Hey,
It
we
is
don't
important
kink shame
information.
on
I
this
know,
show.
you're right. No big shaming.
Nothing shaming.
We're not
Just-
we're not like yucking anyone's yum.
Okay, so she's gonna use the rest of her movement to kind of like budge her way in between this knoll and the sheep.
All right.
Like if you're gonna take her, you gotta take me too.
How do I? Let's see.
I feel like that's another grapple.
Yeah.
But if she wants to just present herself as a willing target,
Take me.
then the knoll could,
Yes.
This giant
So
elephant
are you trying
standing in front of you.
Are you, to clarify, you're trying to nuzzle your way into being the grapple target, or are you more of like, hey, take me?
Oh, both.
Okay. Yeah, it's odd because you can't have things that happen in between rounds, but it will respond. It just hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems to, when you do that, its eyes seem to gleam a bit, and its smile gets a little bit longer, and it begins to salivate even more. Val, it is your turn.
Got it. Can I? I'm still standing in the grease. Can
Yes.
I jump out of it?
It's difficult terrain.
Yeah.
You can certainly try to jump out of it. I would recommend just moving through it because if you jump out, you might fall.
Right.
But if you just walk out of it, it just takes
difficult.
extra movement.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll run. I'll run, and I'll try to run for this.
15.
Just so you know, it's hair grease and it smells fantastic.
Yeah, it's a nice pomade.
It's like a pomade.
It's like a pomade.
Yeah.
But a viscous pomade.
Yeah.
Very thick.
What we call full-bodied.
Yeah.
Okay, I did get that back on a short rest. Okay, that's good to know. Action surge comes back. So that's my movement. I see kind of Saint kind of distracting this guy. And I was like, well, it worked one time. And
Another.
I'm not trying to jump on this thing's back necessarily, but I am jumping up and again trying to stab it in the back.
Make an acrobatics check.
Sure.
You got
Straight roll.
Thank you. 15.
That will succeed, which
Cool.
gives you advantage on the attack roll.
Oh, come on, buddy.
You can do it. You can do it.
This is my action surge, yes. So 16 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. For 10 points of piercing damage.
As you pierce it in the shoulder, again, as Jared described before, it seems to revel in the pain.
And as I'm stabbing it, I'm like, can you take me too? Basically kind of smiling at this thing's like, come on, all of us.
On its turn, which is now its turn, it responds in a language that none of you maybe have heard before, but you, Val, seem to have some inkling. Your knowledge of Celestial seems to.
Well, hold on. What languages do you speak?
Draconic.
You already
And-
checked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Great.
checked. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah. So it seems to sound like maybe it uses a similar phonetic, but you can't really understand what it's saying.
And I probably don't speak great Celestial.
No, right. I wouldn't.
I probably learned Celestial for that person and that reason, and I was like kind of conversational.
Absolutely, that's what I mean. Like it sounds like similar in the mouth. If
Watch
you were to
Val
say it.
Session 0,
Yeah,
folks.
it's like until you immerse yourself in the culture.
No, I am very stale. I mean, we'll get there.
And it turns its attention to you, Saint, and says something in this guttural language, and then it goes ham, essentially.
Oh no!
And attacks you 3 times.
Oh no!
It tries to bite you once and claw you at the same time with
And
both of its claws.
You said the shield will not help me this round. The next round.
Correct. It is not. It is not added to your
Stay
AC.
behind the
until
rock.
you have
That's why we
time
stay,
to-
stay behind the rock.
Okay, the first one is a miss because I'm guessing a 7 doesn't hit your AC even with without your shield.
Is donning my shield an action?
No.
Okay.
No. I'd say it's like a bonus action.
Yeah. The second one also misses completely, and the third one I can't roll. It tries to bite you, but it clearly it's now starting to feel like it's surrounded.
Yeah, a bit.
And it seems to be getting a bit nervous, especially with that stab that just happened, and now that you're here, this thing it has never seen before, and it starts to get a little.
Probably dawns on it at this point.
Yeah,
that the
that
Lucrota's
maybe.
dead,
Yeah, maybe time to not necessarily be here.
Also, like you don't realize right away that you have concussion. You know, head trauma can be really sad.
That's true.
So
It's
true.
very
Good
true.
point,
That's
yeah.
very
Good
true. Absolutely.
That
As
was a
someone,
big
Saint started asking
shield.
it what year it is.
How many fingers does your mom?
I actually don't know the answer to that question.
Right.
and it is now the Ramhidi's turn, and it.
Ron.
Oh, Ron Heedy.
Oh, Ron
You
Heedy.
did that, Ron.
Oh,
Easy.
that was so
There.
good. That's so good, Ron Heedy. I like that. It begins to magically form into a different creature.
Oh,
And as it places its hands on the ground, it begins to turn into what looks like a wolf.
This is the Ram Haiti. Yeah.
The sheep turned into a wolf?
Shapeshifter.
It's a wait a minute.
It's a wolf
It's a sheep in wolf's clothing.
It's like I planned it.
Nailed it.
And will take its attack. Snarling at it. I can't roll above a 4, so.
Well, all right, it goes both ways, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh. I don't. Which square are you in?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because you're kind of in second square.
I'm here.
So it actually get advantage because.
Are we doing flanking?
Flank.
I thought you told me you weren't doing
like
flanking.
flank.
Okay, cool.
I like flanking.
I'm down with
That's me.
flanking.
As long as it's opposite sides. That's,
Okay,
That's my.
cool,
That's
cool.
my thing. And if Jared gets to change identify, I get to change. So, a 13 does not hit its AC, unfortunately.
Does it?
15 or 14 does hit its AC.
So it hits?
So yeah, it does
Okay.
actually. And you see it bite its at its knee.
Nice.
And I took a bite in the knee, and does 2 damage.
Okay. Not nothing.
Not nothing.
Did turning into a wolf break the grapple?
It dropped its grapple and.
Oh, okay, great, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Right. Next is KoKo.
Oh, wow, guys.
Oh, wow, guys.
Okay.
You got an open shot on it.
You sure do.
Okay, let's do it. Take a shot.
Okay.
Take a shot.
You are a straight roll,
Okay.
but you can use your.
You can use a magic arrow if you want.
You sure could. You
Plus
Ah,
one.
you
It
Okay,
gives you.
let me use my magic arrow.
All right.
You get
Make
this
your
minute.
attack roll.
Yeah.
6 plus 5
6.
11.
plus another one, which would be 12, and unfortunately that misses. But your arrow thunks into this, this, and falls to the ground, so it is retrievable.
Oh, okay.
Careful, KoKo.
I was
Jeez.
hoping for a ricochet and then.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Was that my turn?
That's your action.
That's your action.
Did you
Okay.
want to move?
Yeah. Okay. So wait, what do I have left? To have an action and that's it?
You have a bonus
Movement.
action
Bonus action.
Action
and
bonus
movement. Where would you like to go?
Why am I going that way? It's
I don't know.
longer than Okay, I want to go around this way, and I want to come up behind him,
Up behind the knoll.
behind the knoll.
Okay, got
I mean,
it.
you can get there.
Yeah, there you go.
Surrounded.
Now it's flanked all ways.
Yeah. But now I do have an action.
No,
You already used your
already
action
already
to
used
shoot
my
your
action.
bow. You just have your bonus action left.
Which there's not much you can do with your bonus action right now.
What can I do with the bonus action?
Unless you have a spell that's a bonus action spell, there's not much.
Not really much.
Well, what a waste.
I mean,
You
you want to call out?
You don't have to use your bonus action every turn because you have a reaction as well, which you
Yeah.
almost never use unless.
Would you accept this if I ran that way up behind him and I knelt down and I yelled, "Push him over!"
If you want to, but you'd be considered prone.
Yeah, which means advantage against attacks against you.
But
That are melee.
Just take a little crouch and then come back up.
it's a little crouch.
Listen, I've been doing leg day, so my legs are very strong.
So many leg
I
muscles
think I'm
tonight.
gonna take my chances because
Okay.
I'm pretty quick at what I think is grappling, but that'll take a while. But anyway, so I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna kneel. I'm gonna be like, "Push him over!"
Okay.
Okay.
So Val watches
she's
you
gonna go
run
prone?
up and kneel
Yeah,
behind
Okay,
it.
great. Next is top of the round, Cristobal.
So I'm behind, right?
Okay.
Lay yourself down.
Cristobal is going to move as close as
Right,
he can
you're gonna say
to
the same.
the
Yes, Dan.
the next
sorry,
rock.
I see.
So 5, 10, 15.
20, 25, 30.
Great. And he's going to peek his head over the top, look at the knoll and say, "You should run!" And he's going to cast Suggestion.
Okay.
To the knoll?
Yes.
Whose side are you on, man?
You're all about to get attack of opportunities if this works.
True.
This ain't my first rodeo. This ain't my first rodeo.
The high intelligence character has arrived.
We're all like,
What?
I
Okay.
would like to see this play out because I still don't.
You have to make a wisdom saving roll.
Yeah.
Straight roll for me.
I like your style when you roll.
Thanks. I'm trying to get some stank on it. You know? I'm just
Fancy.
trying to get the stank on it. The knoll save is a 9, which I assume
No,
fails.
that fails.
Yeah. So you are able to do what the druid, clearly now a druid, was unable to do.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say, you should run and don't stop until you are so tired you have to pass out. And I imagine that the amalgamation of this is just this light shines behind Cristobal, and his voice seems to echo off of every surface as it just warps around the knolls.
They
ahead.
do have to understand your language. And
It does not.
understand.
Ew.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a.
Yeah, if somebody who spoke a different language and you tried to suggest you do something, you'd be like,
What if I'm
is that
pointing?
language?"
What if I'm like,
Very familiar.
go?
I'm just saying, it's Steed understood.
What languages do
common.
you speak?
I speak Draconic, I speak Common,
Yeah.
and I speak Elvish.
Yeah, none of those are gonna work.
Ugh.
Sorry, y'all. It was an idea.
That's a really good
That's
idea.
a really
But
good
it just sort of
idea.
went,
I'm doing this. It's not working.
Can I translate?
Hey, that's probably
Celestial?
yeah, it was good. It was a great.
It's a good distraction.
Great one, yeah, for sure.
Because he's looking.
He said you should run.
Yeah, he said you should run.
That is my and that is going to be that. That's it. Nope.
Octavius, it is your turn.
Yeah, right.
Okay, come on, Otto.
Come on.
Come on, Otto.
I'm going to use my running. I'm going to run closer to where Cristobal is.
Okay. You're using your movement.
Yes.
5, 10. Oh, okay. So 5, 10, 15.
Perfect.
And then
That's where I'm
dashing.
going to
Okay.
shoot
Great.
from.
Great.
So I'm going to fire my crossbow again.
All right.
Come on, come on, come on.
Here we go. Oh, that is a 19.
That hits.
Well done.
Great.
Sneak attack.
Sneak
Oh,
attack.
Kari's still down there, just like.
I'm like, anytime, guys. Anytime.
What did you tell us again?
This is gonna be so great.
What did you tell us again?
Push him over.
Okay, that's not super great, but it is a 6.
What's
6
your
damage.
dex?
Plus
Plus 3. 6 plus 3.
So
9.
9 total damage.
Uh-huh.
Sure enough, she plunks off a crossbow bolt and it lands in its other shoulder and seems to, in the reaction. Anything else?
I'm going to use the rest of my dash, my bonus action, to be by Cristobal.
5, 10, and 15.
Yes.
There. Okay, next is Saint.
Okay, gonna go in with my warhammer and try to knock this buddy prone.
Make a grapple check.
Yes.
With my warhammer,
You want to hit him or you want to push him?
Shove
I
him.
want to hurt him and push him down.
Well, you have to make a choice.
Yeah.
Shove him.
Push him first.
How hurt does he look?
How hurt does he look? I mean, he seems to be fine. He's not.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. Yeah, he's definitely not lower than half his hit points.
You got KoKo right there though.
And you're poised and ready to hit.
It's if
Okay.
you push him in that direction, he's definitely going to fall prone. That's definitely going to happen.
Okay, I'll do the push.
Okay.
Yeah.
So grapple check,
Okay,
opposed,
Yeah, it's opposed.
so that's strength.
strength check, and then I can choose athletics or acrobatics, whichever's better for him.
Okay.
You have advantage from ow my knees.
Oh my knees!
I
Thank
love
you.
that.
And I have no advantage, so I'm rolling straight strength.
Can I do athletics?
That one.
Nat one.
I'm exhausted anyway, so I have to roll straight, right?
He nat
No,
one.
no, no, no. This is a. Yo, it is athletics. You're
Just
you
don't
would
roll
be
a nat
rolling
one.
straight. It doesn't matter. You beat him. He
Okay.
got a 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great.
Yep. So it's pretty devastating in that you push him and she's right under his legs. And it's one of those where you push him so hard that he kind of over flips and you
Yeah.
hear a on his neck as he hits the ground. It doesn't kill him, but it definitely does hurt him.
Whoa.
Spicy. I walk up and I
So-
step on the
Is
neck.
he paralyzed or anything?
Oh, no. He just took damage.
He just took damage.
I just went to the chiropractor.
Well, there goes that $75. It's a cheap chiropractor.
I use my bonus action to don my shield, and where
Okay.
is Sheep Lady next to me?
She's right there. She's the wolf
Oh,
now.
yeah, the wolf.
Oh, the wolf. That's right. She doesn't look that vulnerable anymore, right?
In wolf form, she's still clearly very hurt.
Oh.
She's still, her eye seems to be dripping blood a bit, and yeah, you can see there's wounds on her body.
Okay, so I put my left foot on the Knoll's neck to keep it down, and then I stomp my right foot down and backwards and flex my quad really hard, offering it up so that it is available for her to hold on to. I hold
This is the satire being returned to me, sarcasm being returned to me. I love it.
And then I hold the shield out like this, like just to keep it a little bit in front.
Okay, great.
So
Wait, I'm a wolf.
protected.
Val.
Thank you. Yeah, he watches this big. He sort of nods down at KoKo like, "Good job," and takes his movement to stride around and basically again go try to stab him in the heart while he's prone.
Attack roll with
Your
it.
advantage.
He gets advantage because it's prone.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's an 18.
That hits.
Nice. For another 10 points of piercing damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's a duelist. He gets a nice bonus to his damage.
At this point, I think he's probably.
I mean, I think he would either surrender or
Yeah,
just try to
I think
flee.
that. So we will.
You can even have it as a say like as I'm sort of leaning down into his face in my not great celestial. I'll say like, "Have you had enough?"
His arms kind of go wide, and
Everything that he says back to you just sounds like. But it does. The creature does put its hands back in a I'm not going to attack anymore sort of position.
and we can exit.
I'll turn
initiative.
to the wolf woman as I like basically pull my sword out, but I'm like keeping it at its throat. Like, where do these things come from? I'm talking to a wolf. I assume it can understand me.
She quickly transforms back into her Ramhidi self. Unfortunately, we have lost an arm.
Oh no!
I broke her. We'll fix it.
I was like,
Super
"Did something
glue.
happen?"
Super glue is a great thing. And
She is wounded, so it kind of works.
yeah. And she says, "They're part of a pack nearby. They're hunting us.
Do you have somewhere safe we could all go?
If I could find my herd, we would be safe, perhaps. Thank you
We will
for
help
helping
you.
me."
Yeah. We need shelter ourselves, so we will help you. I cannot heal you until we rest.
But I'm afraid I can't really let this guy go if he's got friends nearby, so
Yeah.
we should tie him up and leave him here.
You should kill him.
Sounds like a good idea.
I definitely think we should probably.
Do it now.
Well, I don't know.
What if we tie him up to a rock, and then I'll go search and see,
We
for
can
bait?
bury him in a hole.
Oh boy.
We can just bury him.
He will bite through any rope that we tie him with. He will climb out of any hole. He is a beast who will find others to try and hunt us down.
In fact, while you guys are having this conversation, he jumps up and tries to bolt and run away.
I'll take a slash at him.
Okay. Roll your attack.
You could probably do so as well, Saint, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
19 to
Can I
hit.
stand up?
That hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
No,
you
you're
get to
stuck.
lay in the
Hey
snow.
guys!
Hey.
For some reason, I can't get up, and I don't know why.
8 more points of piercing damage.
Okay.
I only rolled a 9, so
You have
it's,
advantage from Ben 22193.
Ben 2
Way to do it, Ben.
I'm trying to do non-lethal damage
Okay.
as well. Oof, that's another 9. Plus 4, 13 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. He runs.
Oh no.
10, 15.
Was he not
That's my
grappled?
reaction.
By me?
He would have.
You pushed him, so
Yeah.
when you push him, that
Yeah.
drops the grapple.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would have gone tumbling with him.
Why did you get to take another swipe at him?
Because he was within 5 feet of range.
I was
and
standing
exited
right
combat.
next to him.
Oh, so it's like a thing.
Arguably, you could do that as well.
Oh,
if you
I would
want.
like to do that.
From prone with disadvantage.
Okay.
She's
you're
not.
prone.
She's not prone. There was a moment of conversation.
Fair enough.
stood
She's
up.
stood
correct.
up.
So straight.
Yep. Take a swing.
Get it, girl.
19.
That's
That
gonna
hits
hit.
for sure.
Oh wait, 16.
Plus 5.
Plus 5.
Yeah.
Your short sword.
Yeah.
So 19. So 1d6 plus 3.
16 plus 5.
So roll
Yeah,
a
you
D6.
hit for sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 9 points of piercing.
Okay.
Did I accidentally kill him?
He looks as he's limping away. At this point, it's almost like a dog limping away. The creature is so badly wounded and bleeding out. You think that even if he makes it another, 100 yards, he'll probably
Die.
bleed out. Yeah, he's that badly cut up at this point.
Where's your camp?
What's your name, first of all?
My name is Capri.
Capre?
Capri.
Capre.
Capri.
I am a druid of the way of the white poppy.
Are you from this mountain?
Yes.
Can you help us get warmer for one?
I certainly can.
Might I ask, I know it's insensitive right now, but why were they hunting you?
It is the way.
What is the way?
the way of things, the way of nature, the prey feed on those who are not predators.
Does your settlement have measures to protect everyone inside?
Settlement?
Wherever your kin are.
Your herd?
We roam. We roam these mountains, but we are making a journey to the heart of the Darkwood.
But you're with
Is it
someone?
far?
Right. Make sure to check that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
You're with someone? You were about to say you were with someone.
It is my herd,
But you also, it sounded like you were.
my shepherd,
What direction is this Darkwood?
in the east.
Is it warmer there?
It is warm everywhere.
You notice that she obviously has a thick coat of winter wool on her coat, so she is insulated to this cold. She does not seem to be bothered by the cold at all.
If you could help us, we need to get someplace.
She does look horribly wounded, very traumatized, and you sense just a natural sense of panic, but also fear. And the fear, even though this creature is now gone, has not subsided. It's almost like a fear from all of you as well. It's just raw fear.
We don't know really where we are. We don't really know how we got here. You seem to have some idea of this area. We could really use some help.
And as you are talking to her, you notice that this horn that she seems to be missing seems to be shorn flat, as if it's been cut off. And part of that, you can tell that this bleeding wound from her face is not new. It's an old wound. Her eye no longer functions, and the wound now seems to be no longer bleeding, but you can see trickles of blood kind of off the side of her face hitting onto her.
So Otto
You can actually roll religion if you want.
Okay.
When she said the way of the poppy. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Advantage.
Natural 20.
Never mind.
Yeah.
You've actually heard of the way of the white poppy, and it is a peaceful religion. In the greatest sense of the word. In other words, they don't believe in violence in any form.
They're just sleepy.
I would also point out to you that she has a committed violence.
Yeah.
Has not committed violence.
She has.
Has.
Oh,
The
she
fact
fit
that
it.
she turned into a wolf and attacked this knoll breaks her own code.
Oh.
You would know that.
Even casting the spell would be considered breaking.
Yeah.
Okay. So gently, Saint will ask, would you be accepted back into your herd?
You see her kind of face drop a little. I don't know. It is hard.
You
They leave my friends being drug off into the night by gnolls, and they do nothing. I was tired of it. I am tired of it.
Otto approaches very gingerly, their like footprints are very smooth as they walk, and the snow, it's almost like very quiet, very, very silent, as to not startle. And Otto looks at her and says, "It looks like you've been through an awful lot. I've been through an awful lot too." And they lift their arm, and like they see a what looks like a scorch mark under this bandage.
Her eyes go wide, and she says, "You,
So
we must get you to Aluvar. We must get you to him now. He has spoken of that wound
wait, of my wound?
of a Alwyn. Is that what you are?
Yeah.
With a wound."
There are so many of us. I can't. Sure. I'll go with you.
I'm a bit embarrassed. I don't know exactly where they are. Just
nearby.
It's okay. I can help. I can go look for them.
Anywhere's better than here.
KoKo is an excellent tracker.
One of the best. I've just met them like 2 days ago, and they are so impressive.
Thank you for not leaving me to be prey.
And just so you know, to us, you acted out of self-defense. It was perfectly warranted.
Of course it was.
Understandable.
You know that that would still not be accepted.
While this conversation's happening, can I go over and search the corpse of the Lakota?
Of course.
Can one of us heal? Do we have?
I have no
I think
spell
we're,
slots.
Am I out?
we're taxed. I think you have 3 spell
we need
slots.
a nap
Yeah.
collectively.
Who looks the worst?
Half health.
Maybe
about
Cristobal.
I'm pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
She looks at you sheepishly.
Been waiting for that. Nailed it. There it is.
And I've been waiting for that.
I know you have.
And she says, "May I touch you?"
Cristobal still hasn't come out from behind the rock. His eyes are just wide as he watches the gnoll run. Why?
You seem hurt.
I am, quite badly.
And she, "Is it okay?"
Sure, and I'm going to limp around to next to Saint, or
We're out of combat.
Yeah, so I'm just going to come up to...
I don't know why I feel
It's because there's minis on the table.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
just natural instinct.
And she places her hands on where you seem to be hurt the most, which I assume is your calf, is that, or your knee? Is it your,
Yeah, my thigh.
Your thigh.
Thigh,
Thigh day.
specifically.
Thigh day.
Oh, so many thighs.
And she puts her hands on your thigh and she closes her and casts her final spell for the day. And you hear her say, "Bahatha, please heal this." She opens one eye. "Person of their wounds," and her hands begin to warm, and your thigh feels very nice. Gain.
Like healed or just feels nice for us?
Healed.
Okay.
But also
It
feel
feels
nice.
warm and starts to feel
feel nice.
wounds close a little bit. Gain 6 hit points.
Oh, thank you very much.
Wow, you have healing powers.
Tahapre, I think you should heal yourself.
It is not the way.
She looks pretty bad.
She does look very worse off than him, and she says, "It is not the way."
We should move. KoKo, if you can find out
Yes.
anything.
I'll go ahead and I'll be back.
No, we're all gonna go.
Yeah,
We're going.
but
we're all gonna go
definitely.
together. Don't leave me
Yeah, she should go by
alone.
yourself.
should lead the way.
No, we should go together.
Yes.
Please split the party.
Anything on the
Do you
Lakota
want us
body or
to?
anything?
That was a joke. I would not.
Oh,
that
never
is, I
split
would
the
not ever
party?
do
Not
that
a
with,
good
with
thing.
Ron and I.
Don't split the
I
party.
won't say never. I won't say
There's
never.
a good reason. But
Listen, I can move
We
very
will definitely
quickly by
take advantage
myself.
of it. The Lucrota has a natural stench,
Ugh.
hooves,
Okay.
and its teeth appear to be. They're not sharp.
Right.
They're again those dull plates. There's things on this body that maybe if you harvested them, you might be able to trade them to someone for spell components or something. But it's definitely not carrying any treasure.
I thought you were gonna say eat it.
These
I would never.
Probably wouldn't want to eat it because
Wouldn't
it's
cook anything long enough.
it's literally dripping demon
No.
ichor from
Okay,
its
fine.
body.
Sorry, Capre?
Yes.
There are a lot of these around.
I don't know. It's the first one I've seen.
Okay, well, that's good to hear, I guess. All right, let's move.
Sure, yeah, I'm following behind.
Yeah, as soon as you guys move like 100 feet down towards where the knoll, you see the knoll's body in the snow.
It didn't make it very far. No. It was also probably running primarily off of rage and adrenaline. So when that eventually wore off, it just sort of face plants in the snow.
So we've harvested some of the Lacrota.
I did not.
I definitely
we
did
didn't.
not.
Unless you
Even
want
if you want
If
to
you
harvest.
want to.
I took a look at it and
Yeah.
went, no thanks.
Why not?
I
'Cause
mean,
it's gross.
It smelled bad.
You're doing Uggo Rage Fist. It's such a
Yeah,
such
you
an
do
honor.
you. If you want to do it.
to do as your
Yeah.
character, you can
Yeah.
totally
Val
Yeah, I would
definitely
like to
would
harvest
not.
some things.
What would you
Trade
like
them for later.
Sure,
would you
do
like
it.
to harvest?
Well, what are the most magical parts?
You don't know,
The
but
hooves,
you
the
do
tail.
have a certain someone that probably would know.
Does anybody know what would be the most magical parts?
Maybe the teeth.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Can I roll? I mean, Arcana. Yeah.
Maybe it's blood.
And
Yeah,
get-
that
I
black
have
stuff
advantage
coming
from
off
on
of
my knees.
Oh, thanks, on my knees.
I'm not sure that that's blood.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Arcana. That's 21. The teeth for sure, because they're famous for their teeth. Their teeth and their jaws are so strong that they're actually known for being able to rip off plate mail.
Whoa!
Yeah. So you would know that for sure.
Plates can
The
run.
other thing that is a possibility is if this thing is part demon, its heart would definitely be useful for certain spells that you tend to put your nose up to, but you know it would be worth a lot of money to
Baron
certain
Mendelon
someone.
Would love it,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, Cristobal walks over and says, the teeth and maybe the heart. Oh, that is ripe. And then he's just gonna walk.
I'll empty this out in my knapsack. my magic words.
Empty the
And I'll put the heart in here.
What are
And the
those?
teeth.
You see that she pulls out a jar that's filled with rich soil, and there's little worms.
And all of you all of a sudden realize how
Oh my
hungry
goodness, are you guys hungry? Have a word.
And right now, a worm
No, I'm
sounds
good, thanks.
great. Maybe not to you.
Yeah,
You're okay.
no, I'm all right.
But
No, that'll make you feel so
some
good.
of you,
they have these
especially
like
the
kind of
Agnes.
special.
Val leans over to Cristobal and says, "Out of all the weird things that have happened today,
That's
maybe."
really good, Cristobal. You should try it.
I'm actually allergic.
Oh,
says-
don't.
Ooh, can I have one?
Yes.
Out of all the weird things that have happened today, meeting this one, KoKo, has probably been one of
With
the
the
weirdest.
weirdest.
Thank you. And she went,
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell you, Cristobal.
So
when you
everyone
eat
that
these,
eats a
it feels
worm
really good.
immediately feels invigorated, and you feel that same sense that you felt before, where
Your
it's,
hair is
it's,
shinier.
it's almost like you can do this. Like there's a certain amount of willpower that's refreshed.
Cristobal?
No,
How are our exhaustion points?
No, I'm fine. Thank you
what kind
so
of
much.
worms are those? I feel wonderful.
Good. I'm so glad. Okay, I'm gonna put the heart and the teeth in here.
These worms.
Maybe some of its juices.
Oh my god.
Wait, I'm gonna get another one before you put the juices in there.
So,
Thank you.
so those of you that are suffering from exhaustion, it will temporarily reprieve you of that
Not
condition.
bad.
So you eat 1 or 2 worms,
Oh, I'm
and
fine,
I'm going to
thank
say
you.
for a couple
You
of
like
hours,
being exhausted?
you're not
I'm
affected
not, I'm
by
fine.
the exhaustion.
Thank you.
It'll come back,
Right.
but just for
As
a
it
couple
does.
hours.
Oh, please.
I couldn't possibly.
So are you harvesting the heart and teeth? Mm-hmm. Does she need to roll for that?
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Survival checks and also 2 constitution checks.
Oh my gosh.
Saving throws, excuse me.
Ew.
The stench is over.
Ew.
Okay, so what am I doing?
So make a constitution
right.
saving throw first. Who's going to be here? Do you have advantage?
No.
12.
12. That passes. So you're
Nice.
able to harvest the teeth. So
Okay.
make a survival check.
Uh-oh.
Not great. 7.
It makes sense. The teeth are rock hard. and
Yeah,
it's easy to
you make a mess of it, and it's not looking like you're going to be able to get any teeth out of its
Maybe
skull.
I tried the
but maybe
heart
the heart.
first.
But you're going to make another Constitution saving throw because this thing stinks.
I don't know why you're doing this.
We might need it later.
And immediately you vomit into the snow. As this stench overcomes you and poisons you, and you're still able to make your survival check, but at disadvantage.
Oh no.
20, not 20.
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
We have to
that
roll
mean?
You have to
again.
roll
Second
again
time.
and
Twice
take
and
the
take
lower.
the lower
Come
one.
on, still be high. Still gonna be high. Still pretty good.
13
Plus 5.
Yeah, that'll do.
plus 5.
You can certainly, she vomits into the
pukes.
snow and then begins to I'm good. Cut into it and
Puke and rally.
pull out what is a full demon heart.
You guys, it's fine. It's gonna be great. We're gonna need this later.
If you say so.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the dungeon room. If you're new.
So the final moment of tonight's show is KoKo plunging her fists into this creature's chest, pulling out the heart after wiping the vomit from her face, turning around to the rest of you and saying,
Let's go.
What do you say?
Oh, I didn't know if this was that catchphrase.
There's a catchphrase?
What do you say?
It is a catchphrase. It's your catchphrase. What is your catchphrase here?
I'm so glad I did Thigh Day.
Happy Thigh Day.
Happy Friday.
Can we leave now, please?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Wow.
I thought it was the
Oh, no.
ending.
Humankind be both.
Yeah. I was like, is this how we end?
After she cut out
that is definitely
something's
not a
heart.
humankind people. Right there.
That is certainly.
Someone please draw a KoKo holding a bleeding demon heart.
be both.
Humankind be both.
And all of you start making your way back towards the edge of Loch Iskar, the frozen lake, and off in the distance, you can hear not only the prayers coming from the encampment of Ramhidi. They weren't that far away, but also further off in the distance, you hear howling and yipping and snarling, and that's the end of our show.
Awesome.
Right.
Well done, everybody.
Good job.
Wow.
So at the end of our show, we have a. Still can't get that image out of my head.
I can't either, man.
Yeah. So at the end of our show,
We
we
hold
have
up a human heart.
lovely little game.
Or a demon heart.
Everybody should have the
Yep.
printed out names of
I got it,
Team
I got it.
Cosmos and Team of Nature.
I do, yeah.
So for Team Force of Nature, this is from Sexy Hodgepodge.
Yes.
Gross.
Recommended
If
this.
you know what a hodgepodge is,
Yeah.
gross.
But it's sexy.
It's sexy though.
You can make everything sexy.
One of you,
Halloween
one
time,
of you is a sommelier at a restaurant or winery, giving wine and food recommendations to the rest of you.
Oh,
This is Team Nature.
Yes.
Oh,
So
it's-
one of you is a sommelier, can be any of you,
Cristobal.
and you're giving
Kind of throwing him.
recommendations.
Kind of throwing him into it.
Yeah, he's fine. He's an
he
improv
likes
guy.
this.
Of wine and food to the table.
Welcome to Kitty Scritches. We are known for our wine varieties. Is there a particular vintage you are looking for?
Honey, I think we wanted to try the Armando 89 because we heard it's the most expensive on the list.
I
It
just-
really is.
Is it pink and sweet? Because those are the kind of wines I like.
Of course, we do not
Okay.
serve anything but. I'm now back into Cristobal. I'm sorry, I only work
okay
at the
with it.
French restaurant part-time. I'm
Got
actually
it.
Castilian. But yes, we only serve pink and sparkling wines here. And for you, madam.
I like things with like a cherry note.
Sure. We have a wonderful Fenderil variety, which has a lot of spices, like a nutty, chocolatey vibe. Is that something?
Yeah, is that kind of similar to the Your Past Decisions or a different type of vintage?
It kind of bites you like a lesbian wolf, you know?
Oh, do we?
Well, no, we're good. Well, all right. I mean, I heard we had some friends, the Gold family, who came here last week, and they tried. There was a wine pairing of chocolates and this a lesbian wolf wine, whatever you said it was.
Sure, they loved it. At the end they were just juicing all over the place. No, it's
They
a lot
can
of
do that.
juice.
They
Yeah,
can do
it's-
that.
You know, and it was a bit.
Breba, the dad of the family's had a problem with that for years.
Yes.
But it is a sign that he really enjoyed it.
Yes, I will be happy to bring you all of these.
All right.
Okay, can we get in one of those fancy monogram beaker pars?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna
Take it home. I was
Oh,
gonna
my
steal it in my
goodness.
purse.
Yeah, that's
if you
gonna be
didn't
so
do that.
great.
Well done. Well done.
That was with the Castilian accent. The way you said "just Jules," like
Just drooling all over
it was
the
like "just Jules." Sorry, Just Jules.
place. We do. She loves it.
All right, that was a good one. Team Force of Cosmos. This is from Bilbo Cragans.
Hey, Bilbo.
I don't know which one, but I feel like recreating a high school reunion would be fitting after spending so much time apart. This is something he suggested a while ago.
Okay.
Maybe a 10 or 20 year reunion. So you're at a reunion,
Yeah.
and you have those horrible name tags because it's obviously been a while, and you're getting reunited for the first time.
Most likely to down to class.
That's wild, man.
Hey, it's so good to see you.
You were a student of Grimm, right?
Can I just be straight? I don't remember anybody's name.
Just kidding, I was. You got me.
That wild man, we went to summer camp so many years. I mean,
That's not my name, though. My name's Jeff.
Oh, you're Jeff.
You're Jeff?
I thought you were the.
No, yeah. I used to say that's Wild Man, and that became it. No, my name is actually Jeff.
He always used to say that. That's Wild Man.
I've been calling you that for 40 years.
Yeah, I've workshopped it. I first my catchphrase was, I think I'm nuts.
Yeah.
But then I was like, that's Wild Man was chiller, and people seem to enjoy it.
Abracadabra, man. You are just...
Yeah.
You're still the best. There's a reason you were the captain of the football team.
Actually, I wasn't.
Oh my God!
I am sorry.
Has anybody seen Gorbin?
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, what happened to Gorbin?
So they became an investment banker,
Okay.
and they're doing really well.
They were so bad at math
They were terrible at math,
Yeah.
but they just didn't want to come because they were too busy doing a Lincoln break. Yeah.
Oh my
You gotta take a Lincoln break in this economy. In this economy, you need to take a Lincoln break every now and then. Sure. Well, does everyone remember the cheer we used to do?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It's
You
like-
lead it. You
Okay,
jump
I will.
aside.
All right,
You're so
all
good at
right.
it.
All
You're
right,
so
here we
good
go.
at it.
Hands in, hands
Okay,
in. Here we go. Ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Abracadabra!
Ladies, gentlemen, and gentleladies, we present to you the Dungeon Run.
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. And as always, humankind, be both!
Bye.
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 It started. It started. It started. As a simple dungeon run. As a simple dungeon run.
Let the dice roll!